are talking 3D cross-stitch kits. You are looking at one of the brand new today kits, and this is Penguin Hall, the keepsake box cross-stitch kit. There we go, by Nutmeg. And isn't this just so beautiful? Look at all the detail. I'm just going to spin this around. Look at this. Oh, lovely penguins. Look, there's penguins in the top window. Look, 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 look. They're looking out. How gorgeous. Oh, decorating the trees. Oh, right at the top. How adorable. Oh, wow. Look, they're peeking out. They're having a lovely, jolly time. Now, who knows? They might be playing hide and seek. And isn't this just so beautiful? Look, look, look here. They're climbing up the ladder. Isn't that gorgeous? There's so much detail in these. Beautiful. And so without further ado, please let me introduce you to Meg. Good morning, Meg.
Hello, Alice.
It's lovely to see you back. We were saying, gosh, we haven't seen each other since a year ago, August.
That's right, yes.
Goodness me, but you've had a busy year, I take it.
We have had a busy year. It's been great fun, though.
Lovely. And so, brand new kits today. And would you like to talk us through, actually, what was the inspiration for this? I'm interested.
Well, we wanted to produce one that could be used as a box.
Right. Ah.
So that the lid comes off of this one. But also, penguins have always played a big part in our family.
Right.
We've always had a great love for them, and my children, when they were growing up, had big penguin toys. And they all had different characters. You know, one raided the freezer overnight and that sort of thing. So penguins are always special to us, so I thought it'd be fun to put them on this box.
I agree. They're adorable. They've all got real character, haven't they? They are so stunning. So would you like to talk us through what we'll get in the kit? Have we got everything we need?
You've got everything that you need.
Wonderful.
Apart from a reel of sewing thread, just an ordinary reel of sewing thread that you need to construct the piece when you finish. But everything else is there. You've got all the fabric that you're going to need, and the threads and the beads. And we cut plastic canvas pieces to make the box and the lid. We cut those for you.
Oh, good.
And they're in the kit. There's 20 different pieces. I counted them.
And what are the instructions like? Is it really easy to follow?
The instructions are as clear as we can possibly make them. We give you a large chart, and we give you some smaller charts to help with different parts of it as well. But there's a large, clear chart. And then when we come to the instructions for putting it together, we do include photographs.
Brilliant.
Of sort of how-to photographs. And also, at Nutmeg, there is nearly always someone on the end of the phone.
Aww,
so if anybody has problems, worries, or just wants to talk it through while they're doing it, ring us up. We'll always be there, and we'll always do our best to help.
That's so nice, isn't it? That's so nice. You've even popped in a thread organiser for us. Obviously, you can see all the beautiful threads. Is it Aida? All the cross stitch is on Aida, and the lining is on even weave, navy blue and white. Just as we've got a navy blue roof and white walls, we've got navy blue and white even weave in order to line it. And last question is, could you be a complete beginner, or do you need to have done some cross stitch? What would you recommend?
I would recommend that you don't try this if you're a beginner.
Okay.
We do have pieces for beginners, but I think it's a good idea to have got something under your belt before you start something this complicated.
Okay.
Many people are experienced cross-stitchers and worry about putting it together, but we do our best with that, and as I say, we'll always help you. And anybody who's got some experience, sewing on buttons even, will probably find they can put that together.
That's good. And one of the parts of your demonstration, you're going to show us the construction, aren't you?
Not the construction of this one.
But a different kit, though.
Yes, that's right.
So, but you get the idea, is what I mean.
That's right, yeah.
Lovely. So for this whole kit, it's £29.99. Your item number is 435350. Then next up, we've got a Christmas candles gift bag, and you can also make the card. Look at this. Let's bring this in. Very, very pretty indeed. I love the colours. Obviously, your traditional, wonderful colours.
That's right, yeah.
And let's give this a swizzle. There we go. See, this is a thing that, you know, if I received this, I am keeping this for life.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? I really am. Look, and I love the fact that they match as well. What sort of skill level would you say you need to be for these?
Oh, now this is much easier.
Okay.
Stitching on perforated paper, which these are stitched on, is an ideal entry level for cross-stitch. again, you've got to learn how to read the chart. But that's fairly easy, and if you've got a friend or a relative who cross-stitches, they'll always help you with that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But the cross-stitching is much easier, and I think most people, with just a little guidance, would be able to do this.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
So again, you can see you've got everything you need.
Again, you'll need a glue stick to put it together, but that's it.
Yes, and we've all got those, haven't we? I love all these festive colours. And once more, you can see you've got full instructions in there as well. This one's $16.99, 265912. Next up then, we have got the Blue Willow House. You can make a fridge magnet and you can make a card. Let's bring this one forward. There we go. Look, isn't that pretty? Again, I love the colours. Lovely, rich colours, aren't they?
Yes, that's right.
So what inspired the idea of a fridge magnet?
Well, we do lots of larger cottages.
Yeah.
But we thought it would really be fun to have some that you could stick around the place. You don't have to make it up as a fridge magnet. We include a magnet in it, but if you want to, you can just have it freestanding or hang it on the wall, put a loop on the back.
Christmas decoration?
Yes,
maybe
it
a little
could
thread
be. Could be. We thought of these two together as a stocking filler for an avid cross-stitcher like yourself,
Yes,
Alex.
indeed. Yes, I know. We were talking about the last time I brought my cross-stitch in, which was nice. So these, beautiful. I have to say, I like the shape of the card. It's a bit different, actually.
Yes, and it's a good card for lots of different occasions. We've put best wishes on it, but you could put anything you liked on it. Yeah.
There's room for a bit of change. There we go.
That's right.
$16.99 for this particular kit. Again, you get everything that you need, and of course you get the full instructions. So this is another nice little one to get yourself started. $16.99, 878957. By the way, I should just say that if you've got any of the nutmeg cross-stitch kits from previously and you've finished it off, we'd love to see what you've been making. Send your pictures to studio@hochanda.com or via Facebook. Next one, okay, so you can get this in two different ways. So you can go for the kit with both of these in. So this is the Woodland Cottage and the Tartan Cottage.
That's right, yes.
I like this. So they're a little sweet something to get going as well, aren't they?
They are, and these are quite easy to do as well. We're going to have huge fun at Nutmeg with these paper houses. We've got quite a few of them planned.
Yeah.
They're fairly easy to stitch and put together, and the roofs come off, so you can use them. You could use them at a dinner table to put little sweets in.
Nice.
They could be used as favours.
Yes.
And we hope to do several more of these and have a little paper town. That's what we've called them, paper town.
Oh, yes.
But these are the first few, and yeah, I think they're going to be real fun.
So this is a to be continued.
Absolutely.
So you could be getting these today and then wait for the next instalment. Obviously do them and enjoy them, wait for the next instalment. I love we've got the Scotty dogs on the tartan one.
Yes.
That is so sweet. So you can get them together, $17.99, 035179. However, you can also get them individually, different item number, and you choose which option that you would like. And these then work out at $9.99 each. There we are. So pretty. There we go. So that's the one option. Feast your eyes on this one. So this one's the wood. That's right, isn't it?
That's
the Woodland.
Yes, that's the Woodland Cottage.
And then, oh, I should have known that. Of course, this is tartan. Of course, it is. There we go. So each option is $9.99. 454412 is your item number. Carrying on again, then. So now a slightly larger project.
Yes.
You've got the rose tree house. I love that soft, subtle pink. It's different.
Yes. 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 I think that's a great colour to use.
Let me give this a little turn then so you can see all the detail. I mean, a lot of thought goes into these.
Well, they are fun, and I think if people try them, they might then want to make their own. And it's such fun to devise something like this.
Look at this. Look at all that detail. That's so sweet. I'd like to live in a house like this, quite frankly. Isn't that beautiful?
Again, the roof comes off.
Ah, yes. Let's have a little look. So it's so nice. What a fabulous gift box that you would keep for always. Out of interest, what's on the bottom?
That's just felt, but it's adhesive, so you peel off the backing and stick it on the bottom.
Oh, I see.
It's much easier than getting a piece of ordinary felt, applying glue to it and then smoothing out the wrinkles.
Great stuff. And look at these colours. Look, they're beautiful, aren't they? £14.99, 594310. And then one more set to look at. Now, you've got options here, how you might like to choose these. So let me get this right. So we've got the...
This one's the castle.
Thank you. I was trying to read. I can't read upside down. The castle. You've got the windmill. Oh, well, let's have a look at the castle. Here it is. So you can see it in a bit more detail. Here's the castle. Feast your eyes on that and see if that's one that you'd like. I mean, even the detail on the back is stunning. Wow, that's incredible. So you could choose the castle. You choose these in sets of 2, and I'll give you the rundown in a second. Here's the windmill. So you can have a look at all that detail. Gosh, they're so detailed there. Look, look. And the next option, this one's the cottage. Oh, well, let's turn this around for you. There you go. There's the cottage. And then last but not least, if I turn this one around again, we've got the church. And here it is. Beautiful. So you can choose, these are the options. You can either choose the church and the castle. I'd like to see our director try and do this because, like, they're opposite sides anyway. You can get the church and the castle, the cottage and the windmill, the church and the windmill, or the cottage and the castle. Anyway, have a look on the website. Our director's going, trying to get a shot of that. But as with all the other kits, you get full instructions, everything you need.
You do,
Meg?
yes, that's right, apart from the glue stick.
Yeah, which, as we said, we've all got at home, haven't we? £14.99 for any of those duos that I've just mentioned, 044 855. All you need to do then is give us a call, 01733602000, or here's the website you can check out online at hochanda.com. As I said earlier, if you've got any of these kits from previously, I'd love to see the finished results. I really, really would. So you can send your pictures to studio@hochanda.com or via Facebook. You can even ring in, you know, if you've got any questions for Meg. It'd be lovely to speak to you. I know it's very early, but still, lots of you are awake at this time of the day. So you can call us on the usual number that you would to place your order and have a little chat live on air. OK, Meg,
that would be great.
We get the pack of whichever wonderful stitch kit that we're going for. Where do we start? Let's say we're a complete beginner.
Well, the one we've got to show you this morning, Alex, is that tartan cottage that's got the Scotty dogs running around the outside.
Yes.
And the best way to start is to take out everything in the kit, have a good look at it and get yourself familiar with it.
OK.
Also, read all the instructions.
Do that first.
From the very beginning, and have a good look at the charts that we provided. This is just so that you get familiar with it. But it's always a good idea to read the instructions through right to the end so that you know where you're going. And that will help you when you're thinking through the stages. Now, we always advise drawing out what you're going to stitch onto the paper. You'll have a piece of perforated paper like this.
Yes.
And it's just paper. So you could take an ordinary pencil.
This is paper?
Yeah, it's paper.
Oh, it feels so thick.
It is very thick paper,
Yeah.
yes. It's very tough. It won't split when you stitch on it.
Great.
You have to be careful not to get it wet, but that's common sense.
Yeah.
You'll have a look at our chart and you'll see that it's much larger than the piece of paper. We give you charts as big as we possibly can so that they're easier to work from. But it will have marked on it all the cutting, stitching and folding lines. And we mark that on the paper to start with. I hope you can see our pencil lines. I've cut this one out partially, but you can still see all the pencil lines. And if you still see them when you've finished, you can just take them off with a rubber.
OK.
It's just paper. You won't do any harm to it. Now, most cross-stitch instructions will say to you start in the middle. But you can't start in the middle here because there's absolutely no stitching there. So work out where you're going to start. Paper doesn't distort the way that fabric does, so you can really start anywhere and you'll be okay.
That almost feels wrong. Do you know what I mean?
I know. It does. It's counterintuitive, isn't it? Yes. The other thing is that one of the rules that you should never break when you're cross-stitching is to have all the top stitches of the crosses pointing in the same direction.
Okay.
You remember that from when you did your Tutankhamun. And that's very important. But if you have a look at this, there are 4 walls, and they're going to be folded upwards.
Yep, there we are.
And they're all going to be in a different plane.
Oh, right. I see where you're going.
So, as you stitch each one, have it uppermost and work the stitches there with the crosses all lying in one direction. Then turn it round to the next wall's uppermost, make sure all the cross stitches are lying in the same direction again, and when you come to fold all the walls up, they'll all be in the same direction.
Lovely.
Now, I'm just going to put this back stitch on to finish it off. If you look at it here, you'll see this looks nothing like a Scotty dog.
Okay.
I don't know what it does look like, but it's certainly not a Scotty dog. And it's the back stitch here that will give it that look. When you're working on perforated paper like this, you're not going to have the delicacy and the detail that you can have on a much smaller count, Ada or Aida. So you're going to have to find other ways of getting your shapes in. Now, here we go. He's starting to look a bit better already.
He is indeed. So this is the back stitch, right?
This is the back stitch that we're putting in. And we're using here 3 strands of thread.
I was just going to say that because normally it's the one, isn't it? So,
it's normally one for back stitch. Yes, that's right. But we're using it as part of the dog here.
Right.
And the cross stitch is all worked in with 3 strands, so we need the back stitch to be worked with 3 strands as well. Here we are. Here's his nose. Scotties have very square noses, don't they?
They do indeed.
Yeah. And very pointy ears, I've always noticed as well.
And then we'll show you this in just a second. Yeah.
Here we go. Whoops.
Here's that nice finish off. Yeah, he's coming together really quickly.
Throat, yeah. And we're going to put his toes in as well.
OK. I love that you're doing this without the instructions. I bet you've done a fair few of these. You could do these in your sleep.
Well, I hope not.
How long's Nutmeg been going for?
It'll be 24 years old next year. Yes,
wonderful.
We're quite elderly now.
You're not elderly.
Here we are. We'll just finish off the toes on this one.
OK.
And there we go. So he looks much more like a Scotty dog, and I think he's going to have a good sniff at the bush there.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, these 2 are sniffing round the lamppost.
They are indeed.
Just what every dog does when you take it out for a walk. Here we are. Now, I'm just going to run this in.
So this is the way to finish it off?
That's right. Run it in, snip it off. That will be fine there.
Let's show you. So he's looking much more like a Scotty now. As you said, that back stitch really makes a difference. Fabulous. OK, next bit.
Right, now we're going to cut it out. Now, I've cut some of it out already, but I'll just show you this. People always worry about cutting into their stitching, but it's quite OK as long as you stay on the pencil lines.
Right.
You won't have any problem at all. That's another good reason for putting them in, because it really helps you and gives you confidence when you come to do the cutting. So we'll cut all the way around to start with. Now, you'll see these big tabs on it, one either side of the gable walls.
Oh, yes.
And then tabs at the top of all the walls as well. Now, they're absolutely essential. If you missed those off, you would have a real problem putting it together.
OK. So just make sure, back to the instructions, make sure you just take time with those.
That's right, yeah.
Okay.
And you'll see all the tabs marked on the chart, so you can see where to...
There it is.
Where to place them.
Those there, the tabs. OK.
Right, now you need to cut down beside the tabs. I'll just cut here and here. These 2 are already done. Now we're going to go down this line, but when we get close to this tree, the stitching comes right up to the line.
Be careful.
So you just have to be careful and cut beside it. You won't do any harm. Just be careful and cut beside it. Now we're going to fold it into a house shape.
Right.
Up like this.
So it's sturdy, but it's still malleable.
Oh, yes. It's very good stuff. And you can do all sorts of things with it.
Do you know what sort of GSM it is?
Do you know, I don't. I've never thought of that. It must be over 160, I would have thought, though.
I think even more than that.
Yes.
It's so sturdy,
Yes.
yeah.
And fold these side tabs in like this.
Okay.
In like this. Now, they're going to be stuck behind the side walls here.
I see.
And that's going to hold it in the shape of the cottage.
Yeah. Any particular type of glue you'd recommend?
We always use glue sticks.
Yeah.
It's really a personal choice, but you need to make sure it's not too wet,
Right.
otherwise it'll soak through the paper and do a lot of damage.
Okay.
So glue sticks have several advantages. One is that they're not too wet. Two is that they're not as strong as some other glues, so if you make a mistake, you can pull it apart and go again without doing any
That's
real
good.
damage. I'm all for making it as easy as possible.
Yes. What about maybe a bit of red liner tape?
That might help
Yeah.
as well. Whoops.
Oh, it might show through. Yes, our director's just said that. Very good point. Thank you, Jo.
Here we go. Now.
So you just got to hold it for a minute till it grabs.
Yes.
Yeah.
And when you're doing it yourself, you'll be able to hold it for longer than I can.
Oh, bless you. Could get a few of those little pegs, couldn't you? Yeah.
So here we are.
Coming together nicely.
Now we'll put this here
Yeah.
and just... Now we...
Do you need me to hold a bit?
You hold it and I'll
Okay.
go on to the next bit. Just hold it.
There we go.
Now you'll find in your kit that you've got a little pattern like this. It looks like this.
Right.
And there'll be some backing card like this. So all you do is cut out the backing card in the shape of the pattern, fold the walls up, just as we did with this one, and I just hold them together with sticky tape. Just like this. When this is set...
Hopefully it's getting there anyway.
It's getting there, yeah. This just pops in
Oh,
here.
that's good.
You might need to trim it a bit, but then you can fold the tabs down and glue them into position again.
Yes.
So that then it will look
Here's one earlier.
just like this inside.
Yeah.
This one looks a lot neater than the one we're attempting to do, Alex.
Oh, no, it's fabulous. Look at this. That's beautiful. So that's step one, is it?
That's step one, just finishing off the walls, putting them into the cottage shape and just slipping in this little liner. The liner will stop it being see-through and it will give it just a bit of extra strength.
There we go. That's beautiful. All right, so we'll do a really quick recap then, and then I'll be back with you in a second. Now, we've got some books on the show. Is this right? Let's have a look. What's this one? The Guide and Butterfly. Here it is. Here are the details. Box cross-stitch kit. There we go. This one is £16.99. 393163 is your item number. And as always, you get everything that you need. Now, this also has a freedom discount. It's £13.59. Okie dokie. So let me show you some new todays. We've got this Penguin Hall keepsake box kit, and it's beautiful. So this is one of the larger projects that you can be doing. Brand new today, but again, I just want you to have a look at all the detail in this. It's incredible. And if you love penguins, you're going to love this because they are so adorable. They've all got their own personality. There's a little bit of metallic thread that's going on with this as well to make it extra Christmassy. So as you can see, they're all decorating the house. Look, he's up the ladder. There he is. Look, there's another one. He's peeking outside. He's peeking out the window. And look, they're decorating this big, big Christmas tree. Look at the two little scamps at the top looking out the window. Isn't that beautiful? And then look, they're giving each other a present. Oh, he looks ever so humble, doesn't he? Look at his little face. Look, and they're peering down, they're spying. Now the top comes off. There you go. And it's a fabulous, fabulous gift box. That's good, isn't it? I mean, you could keep some beautiful jewellery in here. Now, you're getting everything that you need. Oh, the only thing that you'll need, which we've all got at home, is a little bit of thread for the construction. But as you can see, you have got the base, those lovely meshes, to create that nice sturdy construction. And you've got your idea and other threads as well, plus all of your gorgeous threads. There's the thread organiser, and also you've got the beads for those finishing touches, and even some needles. £29.99, 435 350 is your item number. Next up, here's another new today. This is the candles gift bag and the cross-stitch card. Isn't this adorable? Again, so, so pretty. I love that they match. These are things that when you receive, you know, somebody's put some love into this. If you receive it, it's going to be a keepsake for always, isn't it? So this is a really nice little set. It's gorgeous and traditional Christmas colours. Beautiful. And again, feast your eyes on these. I love that you've also got the metallic threads coming in as well. That's absolutely stunning. Beautiful. And once more, you will get everything that you need. I love the metallic threads going through here. Now, we're 20% of this gone. £16.99, 265 912 is your item number. Next up then, we've got the Blue Willow House. So you're making the fridge magnet and you're also making this glorious card. It is the two together. I love the fresh white colours and that wonderful navy blue. And this is a great project, a great little project maybe you can take on the go. That's the thing, it's nice and portable, isn't it? So, you know me, I do a lot of travelling on the train. It's a lovely thing to take with you. And so, isn't this adorable? So you make the fridge magnet, and also you can make the card. And it's an unusual shaped card, very, very pleasing to the eye, isn't it? That's nice. Now, it's got best wishes on it, but it doesn't have to be best wishes. You can pop whatever you fancy on. Right, you could pop somebody's name on it if you want to. Yeah, isn't that pretty? So again, you're getting absolutely everything that you need for £16.99. 878957 is your item number. And here it is, everything that you need. We'll just show you once more on the screen. Here it is. All your beautiful threads, absolutely stunning, and all of the construction details and instructions for £16.99. 878957 is your item number. Oh, where are my houses? Hang on. I'm just walking out. Sorry, I'm coming back. I'll tell you why, because we've gone around the corner and the little houses were back over it with Meg. So, OK, you've got two different ways of getting these. Aren't these adorable? These are so sweet. So you've got the woodland cottage and you've got the tartan cottage. Now, with both of these, the little roofs come off. And I think these are wonderful keepsakes. You could keep your precious rings in here, couldn't you? By the bedside table. And just look at that cross-stitch detail on the top. And then all the way round, look at this detail. That's beautiful, isn't it? So that is your woodland cottage. And then you've got the tartan. Check out these lovely little Scotty dogs, aren't they adorable? Let's bring this around. Oh, how sweet is this? And again, the roof will come off and you can pop things in. By the way, they might be small, but they're incredibly sturdy. So two different ways that you can buy this. You can either buy them together, the woodland cottage and the tartan cottage, for £17.99, 035179. Or you can buy them individually, and they are at the bottom of the screen. So you can either go for your tartan cottage for £9.99, or you can go for the woodland cottage, and it's 454412. So if you do get the set together, then you've got a nice little saving on there. Perfect. OK, so then the next one that we've got, really like this. This is the rose tree house. The colour is beautiful. It's this, well, it says on the tin, doesn't it? But that wonderful rose colour, very, very soft blush. So again, check out the detail. Isn't this exquisite? It's beautiful. So it's a slightly larger project. Oh, look at this. Oh, look at the door. Isn't that just stunning? Isn't Now, yes, the lid comes off also. So this could be for, I don't know, you could keep even some lippies in here, whatever you fancy. That's beautiful. And they're nice, solid constructions, but nice and easy to put together. As ever, you get everything that you need, but just check out these wonderful colours. Aren't they stunning? So this is $14.99, 594310. Then next up, we've got the card kits. There are lots of different ways that you can buy these. First one, let me show you. So we'll get in, if she says directing from the floor, nice and close. But it's just so that you can really see the detail, and then you can choose which ones that you like. So this one is the, well, actually, so here are all the different options. So you buy them in sets of 2, and I'll go through that in a second. So the first one I want you to have a look at is the beautiful castle. Here it is, look at that detail. It's a lovely shaped card as well, isn't it? How pretty is this? That's really beautiful. This one's the castle. Then the next one to show you is the windmill. And we'll just give you a nice little close-up on this one. Look at this. It's unusual. It's an unusual shaped card and just so lovely to do and to receive. So that's your windmill. Then the next one, we've got the cottage. Beautiful, isn't it? Look, really, really stunning. And then last but not least, let's have a look at the church. I love this one. It's beautiful. Look at the clock as well. It's beautiful, beautiful. Even the birds. So different ways that you can buy this. So you can either go for the church and the castle. So that's these two. You can go for the cottage and the windmill, the church and the windmill, or you can go for the cottage and the castle. So each option is $14.99. 044855 is your item number. All you need to do then is give us a call, 01733602000, or of course you can check out on the website at hochanda.com. Okay, so next up, just to show you, I love the name of this. Details just coming onto the screen. So this one is the Hello Boys cross-stitch card kit, just $9.99. Item number here is 400184. We've also got the Christmas cross-stitch bundle. Here it is, it's the book bundle. $15.98. 191224 is your item number. Next up, here we go, just coming onto the screen. $16.99. Here it is, 393163 is your item number. Okay, so all you need to do then is give us a call, 01733602000, or you can check out on the website at hochanda.com just to say that this is $13.59 if you're a Freedom member as well. Okay, back to you then, Meg. Which part of the construction are you going to do next?
We're going to do the roof, Alex.
Okay.
Here's our little cottage. We've lined it and we've stuck all the tabs down now as well. And this is the roof. Now, when you stitch it, you'll find that it's got these little ears sitting out at the side. But that's so that you'll be able to hold it in the position of a roof, and it will stay like that. Again, you cut it out and cut out, making sure you've got the tabs here. Then you need to press the roof line in, the ridge line in the centre of the roof, and fold these little tabs down. Down like this. This tab here will stick just inside the roof.
Right.
Like this. So here's our glue again.
So again, just a quick reminder, if you're joining us, try not to use a wet glue, because you don't want this paper to get soggy.
Nothing too wet. You don't want a soggy perforated paper. It doesn't do it any good at all. So here we are. We've got the roof bent at a degree of about 90 degrees, I would say. Probably a right angle on that roof.
Okay. Now, we've had a question from Tracy.
Yeah.
About Well, basically, because this isn't actually Ada, is it? It's paper.
It's paper, that's right.
It's fascinating because it looks like Ada, that's what I thought as well, but it's perforated paper.
It's perforated paper.
But really sturdy. Because I was saying to you just before we came to air, I said, oh gosh, you know, they look so delicate, but you were like, no, if you drop it on the floor, it's fine.
That's right. And people have stitched on perforated paper for years and years. The Victorians used to.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, if you go into an antique shop, you can often find little bookmarks or texts framed, and very often they're on perforated paper, and they're 100, 150 years old or so.
Meant to last.
Yes, that's right. Now, this will fit on here, but it will look a little odd because it hasn't been lined.
Right.
So we need to line it again. You'll give it some extra strength.
Do we even get this?
You get this, yes, definitely. I've trimmed the piece that was in this kit just to make sure it will fit. But I'm going to fold the ridgeline in like I did with the roof, first of all. Here we go. Now, it's going to stick out beyond the end. So I'm going to trim off the bottom.
Love your scissors. Sorry, I know that's a by-the-by.
We just use ordinary embroidery scissors like this when we're making these. I have some very special scissors and I wouldn't dream of putting those on paper.
Oh, really?
But this sort of thing, it's absolutely fine to use them. Bit more glue again, but put it this time onto the backing, not onto your stitching. Now, it should fit in here. Might need a bit of extra trimming. My eye's not in at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Me neither, I tell you. It's a bit of a shock to the system.
It certainly is.
Oh,
that's not too bad. Yeah, that's not too bad. That fits more or less. And then it will just go on the roof there. So we've got one more stage to go, Alex, just to do the base.
We can carry on if you like.
Carry on, right, we'll do that. This is the base. Now, I have to tell you that although I stitched the walls, I got a friend to stitch the roof and the base for me. So Anne stitched these, and I was very grateful to her indeed.
Okay.
Now, we're going to cut it out, and although this one hasn't been drawn, there's no pencil line to follow. So basically, I'm just cutting one line of holes outside the stitching.
Okay. Just so you know, you've still got 20 minutes, so we're fine for time.
Oh, we're fine for time. That's great.
So you're actually one notch out then?
That's it. It's one row of holes.
Is that in the instructions, that bit?
There's a cutting line shown in the instructions.
There we go. You can just see, because otherwise you're going to cut your stitches, aren't you?
That's it, yes. It's a good rule of thumb. If you look at any of the cards, you'll find that all the cutting lines are one row of holes outside the stitching.
Right.
Unless you need, like with the windmill, and you've got all that expanse of sky, and there isn't stitching right up to the cutting line.
Yeah.
So it's a good idea to draw that one in.
I've just noticed that you've got French knots in this. I love French knots.
Do you?
Yeah, I love doing this. Sorry, I just had to show you. Look, it's really pretty. I love French knots.
Now, that's great, because I come across so many stitchers who hate French knots.
Really?
They hate doing them. I like doing them too.
Yeah. Do you know, it was actually one of the, another guest, Katrina from Rowendine, who taught me how to do it live on air, and now I'm hooked on them. Sorry, I just got carried away there. But anyway, back to you then, Meg, sorry.
Yes, Katrina uses them a lot in her designs, and beautiful designs. Now, here we go.
So we're just taking our time.
That's right.
Yeah.
Cutting it out so that, as I say, we're just one row of holes outside the stitching.
Yeah.
Now, if you make mistakes, there are all sorts of ways to rescue this sort of thing.
Okay.
If you make a hole in it, you can patch it like you'd patch your jeans when the knees went through. Yes. If you just... Supposing I made a hole here, and I really didn't need it. Let's cut this bit off here. What I would do would be put a spare bit underneath where the hole was, and then work my stitching through 2 layers.
Okay.
Now that's virtually undetectable. Unless somebody knows it's there, you just won't see that there's an extra bit in covering the hole.
That's good. I always like a solution.
We're into troubleshooting at Nutmeg.
Oh, are you? Yes.
Oh, yes.
And I love that you say that there's, you know, support there. If somebody gets a little bit stuck, they can give you a ring.
Well, we always like to talk to our stitchers.
Yeah.
They are wonderful people, and we have great fun with them at shows and so on.
Mm-hmm. Nearly there.
Right, here we go.
Okay.
That's cut out.
Perfect. There we are. Okay.
And we're just going to stick the cottage to it. I'm going to take the roof off because it'll be easier to handle. And although there isn't a position line marked on this, it's very easy. You do it so that the roof is at the end of the path.
Yes.
Sorry, so the door is at the end of the path.
Oh, I see.
We're going to put the glue on this again.
So you're using not wet glue, sorry, the glue stick.
Using the glue stick.
Yeah.
And then if I go a bit wrong, I can pull it off and start again. But I hope I'm going to get this one right first time. Yep, here we go. Straighten it up a bit.
Brilliant.
That's more or less okay. So there we've got our cottage on the base. The roof's all done, but we just want to cover this up.
Okay.
You'll find this adhesive felt.
It feels really soft.
It's great.
Yeah, it's lovely.
And it has this bit that peels off the back. There we go. It's very sticky, actually.
It is. It's going to last.
Pop it on.
Yeah. And you trim this as well?
You'll just trim it round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you find it gunges up your scissors, or it's not too bad?
I can always clean them off
Oh, okay.
afterwards,
Right.
yeah. But you're right, it is gungy. And this stuff is really sticky. Whoa!
It is. Look at this, if you need me to take it off. There you go.
Thank you, Alex. So I'll just trim it in the side here. Basically, you want to make sure that it doesn't stand out beyond the outside edge of your base.
Right. So I know it's one of those how long is a piece of string questions, but what sort of time scale would it take you to do this one?
Well, we've done it this morning in what? 15 minutes or so, just to put it together.
To put it together, yeah.
The stitching is not going to take you that long. I mean, obviously everybody stitches at a different rate.
Yes.
But, you know, I stitched this one while I was making the tea on Sunday afternoon.
Oh, bless you! Yeah.
There we go, Alex.
Hey, how sweet is that? Look! And so remember, these are, they're going to be a growing thing, aren't they? As in, like, because you're going to have more to come out in the future. So you can start making your own little cottages. Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah, watch this space.
Lovely. Thank you, Meg. OK, so I'm going to do another quick recap and I'll be back with you in a moment. And so, here we go. This is the Penguin Hall. Details coming onto the screen. Here we are. And this is just $29.99. 435350 is your item number. There's also the crystal candle, Christmas candle and gift bag. And you can also make the card as well for $16.99. 265912 is your item number. And last but not least, we've got the fridge magnet and the cross-stitch card. $16.99. 878957 is your item number. Okie dokie, so this is the little house that Meg's just been making. How adorable is this? Look, isn't that beautiful? So it's this one, but you can buy the duo together. So this is your tartan kit, tartan house. There you go, feast your eyes on all of that lovely detail. And look, isn't that beautiful? And then you can also make this one $17.99 if you go for the both. 035179. Now, if you're going for the duo together, a quarter of the stock has already gone, but you can buy them individually. So they're at the bottom of the screen, so you can go for the tartan house. There we are. Or you can go for the woodland, and each option is £9.99. But obviously, if you go for both, you've got more of a saving. 412 is your item number if you want to just choose one individually. As ever, you get everything that you need. You can see you've got the full instructions. You have got the felt for the bottom. You've got the card, the perforated card. You've got the threads, and you have also got the needle. There we go. Then the next option, we have got the rose tree house. How sweet is this? I love the colours. So this is a slightly larger project. And again, just have a little look around the house to see if you like this and you'd like to do this one. So really pretty with the door, the surroundings. Isn't that adorable? There we go. There's a lot of detail on this one. Look at the work on the roof as well. And so the roof comes off, and you could have this as a nice little trinket box. And carrying on, there's lovely little bushes at the side. It's a very grand house, isn't it? Look at the detail at the top. Isn't that exquisite? Okay, so again, you get everything that you need. The thread, the perforated card, the base, the organiser, full instructions. And this one is £14.99. 594310 is your item number. Then next up, we've got the card kits. So there are different ways that you can buy these. You can buy them in sets of 2. So you can have a little look at all of them, and then we'll do a bit of a close-up. First off, you've got the castle. I love the detail in this. Isn't it exquisite? Look at this. It's a beautiful card. And then if I turn this around, even down to that detail at the back there, it's beautiful. So that is the castle. Next up, next option is the windmill. And again, I'll just turn this around. Look at the detail in it. Isn't that beautiful? There we go. And next up, you could go for the cottage. Oh, hang on, let's lift this up. There we are. Beautiful. Lovely. I love it. It's even got the picket fence. It's got the flowers up the garden path. There we are. Our producers just said it looks like a Stratford-upon-Avon house. Indeed it does. And then, last but not least, you can go for the church. I think the church is my favourite. I really like that. Now, the different ways that you can buy this. So you can go for the church and the castle, which is the most popular. I can see why, I really can. So church and the castle. You can go for the cottage and the windmill. You could go for the church and the windmill, or you could go for the cottage and the castle. So each option is just £14.99. 044855 is your item number. All you need to do then is give us a call, 01733602000, or here's the website. You can check out all of the other kits, and we've got some books and all sorts on the show, online at hochanda.com. Again, quick request for your pictures. If you've got any of the kits from previously, then you can send your pictures into studio@hochanda.com or via Facebook. Or if you just want to ask Meg a question live on air, you can. You can call us on the usual number that you would to place your order. Just ask to be patched through. All right then, Meg. So what's the next thing you're going to show us?
Well, we were talking about French knots,
yes.
Alex. I always think it's worth going over these things again, because French knots are such a problem for people.
Okay.
So we're going to show some stitched on perforated paper.
Here's the question, actually, is how do you start off? Do you do knots, or that's still a no-no even with your 3D kit?
It is a no-no,
okay.
Yeah. It's not so much the 3D aspect, it's the fact that it will buckle the, the fabric from the outside. It won't look so smooth if you do that. So I'm going to come up from behind. I'm going to leave a tail there. Like that.
Yeah. Just
about a centimetre, perhaps centimetre and a half. And I'm going to work a couple of cross stitches to start with.
So just holding the tail in place.
That's right. And then the second one, I'll make sure it catches that thread
yes.
in.
I can see that.
So there's a couple of cross stitches in. And now we're going to go for the French knots. We'll put one here to start with.
Okay.
Now, it's very different working on perforated paper.
I was going to say.
Yeah, to working on Aida.
Yeah.
You can't go into the middle of the fabric the way you can on Aida if you want to. So you're going to have to work your hole, work your knot on the hole that the thread comes through.
Okay.
So here we are.
I'm intrigued.
And we're going to wrap it round. We'll go 3 times, I think, for this one.
So which part are you going? Back down the same
We're going
hole?
back down the same hole there. Now, just hold it in place. Pull your thread through. There you go. That knot will sit on the hole. It won't be pulled through. Now, if you're doing it quickly or you're a bit nervous, you may find that as you pull it through, it actually goes right through the hole. Don't worry.
Okay.
Just come up again and try again.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it at all. The important thing with cross stitch is to enjoy it.
Yeah, definitely.
And don't let anything bother you about it. It's your hobby. Here we go. Here's another one. We've wound the thread round, pulled it tight into a little knot, and now we're just going to go back down through that hole and hold it in position. We can't put it in the middle of the square.
Yeah.
So it's got to be on the hole. You could, if you were worried about it, as you make this knot, let's try pushing the needle down through the next hole.
Okay.
And seeing how that goes. And yes, that will work as well. You'll get a slight mark from where the threads come up.
Yeah.
I think it looks a bit neater if you keep it on the hole, but if you're worried about it, just go to the next one.
Okay.
And hold it in position like that.
Can I have a go? Let's see if
Please
I can do it.
do, yes. And I'll say that for anybody who hates French knots and has no intention of ever doing them, use beads instead.
That's a very good point. Now, I probably hold this a bit differently, but 2, 3.
That's it.
Okay. Oh, she says, oh, you're making a meal of it. Look, they're putting me under pressure in my ear. Hang on.
You're doing
same
great.
one?
Step back down the same hole.
Okay.
You're doing great.
There we go.
That's it. And it sits on that hole there.
There you go.
Yeah.
Fabulous. I'll hand back to you.
Thank you so much. I actually do all my French knots like that, even when I'm working on fabric.
Right.
I think you get a much neater look to it, and you can cluster them really closely together as well.
Do you always use 3 strands?
I use 3 strands always on perforated paper. I wouldn't use any less than that, but on Aida, on 18 count or 16 count, you're probably going to be using 2 strands. And when it's very fine, perhaps you've got a bird flying and you want to put an eye in, then I'd use just 1 strand just to do that.
Lovely, thank you, Meg. So we've got just a couple more minutes. We'll show you some of the kits if you haven't yet seen them. So here's the website. We've got lots more than we've got out on the counter, so do have a look. We've got some backed by popular demands as well. Some of them have Freedom prices, so if you're a Freedom member, you'll be quids in. Look, they're all coming onto the screen now. Perfect. OK, so brand new today, we've got our penguin haul. For anybody just joining us, Meg, what was the inspiration behind this one?
Well, largely the penguins that were my children's toys. And we thought we'd deck the halls.
Why not?
Yep, deck the halls.
And just look at all that detail. So there's a lot of penguins, and I think the more that you look at it, the more that you see. You know, because there's little hidden penguins as well.
Oh, there are, yes. Yes, they're all having fun around there, getting the hall ready for Christmas. And that's one of the nice things about Christmas, actually, doing the decorating, isn't it?
Look at these, look. There's a tiny little one popping out of the window. They've all got real character, haven't they, Meg?
Yeah, we try to do that, yeah.
So this one's one of the larger projects. So this one you're going to take your time over? You
are. It's most unlikely that you'd have that one ready for this Christmas.
OK.
A really dedicated stitcher with nothing else to do might manage it, but, you know, it's quite unlikely. But hopefully it would be a piece that you would do, that you'd pass down the family.
Definitely. Look, even the detail on the top with the snow. There's even some snow there just dropping down the windows, and that's beautiful. So what do we get in the kit?
You get everything that you can possibly need apart from sewing thread to do the construction once all the stitching is done. So the kit will enable you to stitch everything and to construct it, but you'll need a reel of Silko or Gutermann, something like that, just to put it together afterwards.
OK, and will it arrive to you in this lovely little gift bag?
It will indeed, yes.
How nice. This is such a good stocking stuffer, isn't it, for somebody? And then they can start doing it and then it'll be ready for next year, won't it?
That would look good under the tree, wouldn't it?
Oh, nice. £29.99 for this kit. 435350 is your item number. Then we've got another brand new today. This is the Christmas candles, so you can make the gift bag and the matching card.
That's right.
Very traditional, this one.
Yes, this one is, yes. Yes, I was going to say 4 candles.
Ah, yes, hey. There we go. Could a beginner do this one?
This one would be much easier. You would, if you were a total beginner, it would help to have somebody just to guide you. But yes, this one is much easier.
And look, again, you've got all the wonderful threads. I love that there's metallics in here.
Yes.
You've got to have that at Christmas, haven't you?
You have to. They are difficult to work with. People do struggle with them a bit, but they give a look to your piece that nothing else will bring. They are worth it. They are worth getting on top of, really.
That's beautiful. There we go. £16.99, 265912. And then very quickly, we squish in the wonderful blue house. It's a fridge magnet and the card. It's a lovely, unusual shaped card, this one.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, and can be used for so many different occasions.
Yes, you've got best wishes on here, but it could be whatever you fancy.
Get well soon.
Yes.
Yeah, whatever, yeah.
So this one's a really nice stocking stuffer as well. You even get the magnet to pop on the back, and that's just beautiful. £16.99, 878957 is your item number. So do give us a call, 01733602000, or do check out on the website at hochanda.com, where you'll see all of the other lovely, lovely kits. For anybody sat on the fence, what would you say to them about getting one of these kits, Meg?
Well, I would say think about what you want the kit for and then go for that. If you'd like to do something special on the Christmas dinner table, perhaps our little houses.
Would be lovely.
Yes.
Thank you, Meg.
Yes.
Well, we're out of time, but we will be together again at 11 o'clock.
We will. I'm looking forward to it.
Lovely stuff. We've got more coming up right after this break. Coming up next, we're with Mark Vardy for the jewellery box, and then we've got Digi-crafting, the one-day special, and then we're paper sculpting with physics, and also you can catch Crafting Market on Sky 676.
Hi, I'm Barbara Gray from Clarity Stamp Limited. We're well known in the industry for designing and manufacturing top quality, award-winning craft products. As with all craft projects, you need a good starting place, a great stamp, a top quality stencil, and in recent times we've developed the groovy parchment art system so that your line art is perfect on parchment. Another exciting development to come from the marriage between parchment and our stamp company is the fabulous designer papers and now the designer parchment. There is nothing like it. Each groovy plate is precision etched, and by simply getting in the groove with a stylus, you can easily transfer great designs onto parchment. Groovy is a modular system. The plates complement each other and work beautifully together. They are packed with elements and allow you to build your own original artwork. Whether you're a novice or a traditional parcher, you will love these plates. And for me personally, having beautiful line art is what motivated me to want to learn traditional parchment skills. So why not get in the groove with us here on Hochanda?
Hi, I'm Fiona Clayton from Crafter's Companion. I've been crafting for about 7 years now, having rediscovered my love of a childhood hobby. I'm delighted that I can share with you all my hints, tips and ideas. And here at Hochanda, we're going to make sure that you really enjoy your crafting as well. So join me, Fiona Clayton, here on Hochanda.
Good morning. I was just saying, that was such a nice show opener.
Yes,
It's very nice. So,
very
Mark,
nice.
First time we've worked together.
Yes, good
Lovely
morning.
to meet you.
Thank you.
Now, we have got some back by popular demands.
Yes.
And some brand new things. So this is your round spacer bead kit.
Absolutely.
In the silver. Sold out last time.
Sold out last time quite quickly, I think. So bought it back today, so don't miss out.
Lovely. OK, so what will we actually get in this collection?
You're going to get about 1,400 beads
Whoa.
in total, and there's a mixture of 3mm, 4mm,
Yeah.
6mm and 8mm.
So do we have these in our crafty stash for sort of spares, or do we mix and match them with other items we've got on the show?
We can mix and match with what we've got on show.
Yeah.
You can add it to your bead stash.
OK.
It's a real staple product, I
Yeah.
would say. If you're going to make jewellery, you want some silver metal beads
OK.
in your stash, always.
So it's kind of like your essential. Like
Absolutely.
for card crafters, they've got those essentials. So these are your essentials if you get into jewellery.
Perfect.
And lots of you have been moving over to jewellery, actually. It's a lovely, you know, jewelry bead making. It's a lovely hobby to have.
It's great.
Got something lovely at the end of it.
It's really quite easy as well. I think it's one of those hobbies that if you can get a little bit of elastic, thread some beads on and tie a knot, you've got a bracelet.
Sounds good to me.
Really, really easy.
So this is your first option then. This is in the silver. Now it's £12.99, but I'm also noticing that it's got a freedom discount, which is £11.69. And remember, this did sell out quite quickly last time, so if you did miss out, now is the time to get it. 984259 is your item number. Now this is a new today.
Brand new.
I love rose gold. So many people are going for it at the moment, aren't they?
Absolutely. It's been in the market very quite popular now for probably a few years, but it's holding. It's one of those coloured metals that's actually really still popular.
Yeah.
And you've got two different sort of
Shades?
Shades, that's
Yeah.
the word, it's very early. Two shades of rose gold here. You've got the light
That's that one.
rose gold, yeah, and you've also got the it's the standard rose gold, I would think.
It's rich, isn't it?
Very rich.
So how many beads approximately do we get here?
750 approximately in total.
OK.
Slightly different mix in terms of there's a more even mix here. So you've got 200 of the 3mm, 4mm and 6mm and 150 of the 8mm.
Oh, good memory. There we go. So that is once more £12.99, 688304. Next up, this intrigues me. This is the mesh tubing. I love the way it's been displayed. makes me smile.
It's fab.
It does, doesn't it? But I love and the colours, and you've got the metallics running through it.
What we've got here is last time I was here a few weeks ago, we had some 8mm mesh. I'm not sure how long it lasted, but it really, really, really quickly went.
Right, OK.
So I know that lots of people have said, oh, we want it, we want it. I have bought here a different set of colours.
Oh, sorry, I'm just noticing we're on the wrong one, sorry. This one, because this is the bigger one. There we go. Sorry, this is the 8mm?
8mm.
Yeah,
that's
there
right.
we go. So carry on.
Okay,
Sorry.
so we have a brand new set of 8mm mesh here, new colours. There are some plain colours, i.e. there's no metallic strand running through.
They're those, yeah.
Yeah, and we've also got some 3 new colours here, which have 2 have gold thread, and 1 is an AB finish, the blue one.
Oh, where is it? Oh, here.
Yeah,
Ooh,
it's really nice, that one.
that is beautiful. I love this. And then what else do we get with it?
You're also going to get 100 of the cord ends.
Right.
50 in the silver colour,
and 50 in the gold colour.
And here they are. Let's bring these up. There we go. You can just see them. Isn't that pretty? There we go. And this is the sort of thing that you can be making. So you could, is it one whole strand for a necklace and then you can divvy it up for the bracelets?
No, you'll make lots with this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because you've got 6 colours and there are 4 metres of each.
Otherwise that's going to be a very long necklace, isn't it?
Yeah, you need about half a metre for a necklace, that's all. So, yeah.
Oh, and I like this. Oh, so you've popped some of the beads from the previous kits in here?
Yeah, so we've got the rose gold beads have actually been popped, or the silver beads have been popped inside the mesh there, the 8mm ones.
That's really pretty, and I love the way you've done this as well, because it kind of spaces it up a bit, doesn't it?
Absolutely, so put your beads on the outside of the mesh as well as on the inside of the mesh.
Beautiful. So just to give you some ideas, $14.99 then for this particular kit. Now there is a freedom discount, it's $13.49. Item number, if you want to go for this one, is 879185. Now we can move on to the thinner strands. What was the millimetre again with this one?
This is 4mm.
Thank you.
This is a repeat from last time. So what we've done here is we have, again, the same thing. You've got 6 colours and you get 4 metres in each of the colours.
Look at this. So you've got purples, there's some red, some black, some white, some blue, and then you've also got the silver metallic thread.
Yeah, these have all got silver metallic thread running through the mesh.
And we get cord ends too?
You do. You're going to get 100 of the silver toned cord ends with this pack.
And I'm just going to very carefully lift this up. There we go. So those are your cord ends. Are these easy to make?
Very easy.
Oh, good.
Very easy. If you can thread beads inside mesh, that's all you need to do, really, and we just squeeze the ends on the end. Very simple.
Beautiful. And again, we've got some lovely samples. I like them sort of twisted together.
Twisted together, because it's a little bit thinner, we can get away with the twisting together. You could do that with a thicker mesh as well. It would just be really chunky, which would be great, probably.
Yeah.
And I've also made earrings with this little mesh
these?
as well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Hang on, I'll lift these up. There we go. Let's bring these in. Oh, they are so elegant.
Yeah, and again, really simple.
Beautiful. Really Look at these statement piece. Like it. $14.99 then for this kit. Item number is 204495. Now, we have got the elasticated rhinestone bracelet kit. So we've got options for you. Top option, rose gold.
Rose gold option.
And you do get everything that you're seeing here, don't you?
You do. So you get in all the beads. So you get in 3 colours with the rose gold tone findings.
That's there, yeah.
That's right.
Let me just pick these up to show you. Beautiful.
So you'll get the peach.
Oh, that's there. That's nice.
You'll get the black.
Yep.
And you also get ivory.
And then at the top here, this is how they turn out.
That's right. So that's the finished article.
Easy to make again?
Again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thread onto elastic, tie a knot. We're done.
Yeah.
It's easy.
So beautiful. And now, how many can we make, by the way?
OK, so you're going to have 3 complete kits, and each kit will make 2 bracelets. So you can make 6 bracelets altogether with the pack.
That's beautiful. These are gorgeous Christmas presents, aren't they? I mean, if you think about it, 6 bracelets for $11.99.
It's a bargain, really.
Bargain, yes. Now, under the same item number, then we've got the silver colourway option, and again we've called it that because you've got the silver beads findings.
That's right, silver findings, the silver spacer beads, yes.
And these are the finished articles. Oh, they're lovely.
Really sparkly.
Yes,
so
aren't they?
You've got your red, your blue, and your charcoal.
Beautiful. Same again, you can make 2 of each.
Make 2 of each, so 6 bracelets all together in the pack. 3 complete kits, so if you want to separate them and give them away as 3 different kits to 3 different friends, why not?
I like that, because they're only, literally just shy of £2 per bracelet when you break that down. It's good, isn't it? $11.99, 755153 is your item number. Earrings. OK, I love these as well. Again, we've got the 2 different colour options.
Different colour options. It's a complete match, so if you like your earrings to match your bracelet, there you go.
Yes, most definitely. I like me matching things. So what sort of beads have we got in this collection?
OK, so we've got the rhinestone beads, same colour options, so you've got your peach, your black and your ivory. And each kit here will make 5 pairs, so you're going to be able to make 15 pairs of earrings.
For $11.99? Good grief.
I don't know what that is. That's too complicated for me at this time of the day to work out how much that is per earring, but
80 pence, Emily said. Wow, that is incredible. And if you look at these, how expensive they are. So you can make different styles.
Yes, we've given you a selection of beads, some glass pearls, some of the rhinestone disco beads, and also some of the spacers, and yeah, just lots of different things to play with. So yeah, be creative. We give you some ideas of what you can make. So we've got photographs in the instructions which show you a number of different variations. I think we've come up with 6 at the moment, but there are lots more.
Oh,
lots.
Look how they catch the light. They are so sparkly. Oh, wow. Such, again, a great Christmas present. Now, I've got a second option for you, going back to the silver option. Under the same item number, so as you said, they will match the bracelet.
Yes.
Beautiful. And then we've got some finished articles over here. The blue particularly is really striking, isn't it? Really nice with the silver tone. Yeah, yeah. A very popular colour at the moment. Beautiful. Look at these. There we are. So we're just getting a shot of them. Beautiful. Look at that. And then we've got the red ones and those lovely charcoal ones. Perfect. So you choose which kit that you'd like. By the way, because obviously it's the same item number, which is 892200, if you decide to go for both colour options, it's just 1p&p, and they're £11.99 each. One more thing to have a little look at. And so this is the electroplated faceted round glass bead mix. Thank you.
That's right. It's a bit of a mouthful, isn't it?
It's a little bit. So what does electroplated mean? Sorry, because I'm a novice and I don't know that.
So what they've done is they've used an electrical charge to apply the colour to the glass bead.
OK.
OK, so it's been plated.
Yeah.
But it's been done in a way that uses electricity. Electroplated.
Does that give it more of a sparkle? Or?
I think it's helps it to apply to the glass better, if you know what I mean. So yeah. Yeah.
Beautiful. So you'll get, I mean...
You get in 6 strands.
Yeah.
Each strand has approximately 100 beads.
Right.
So you get all of that. So you're going to get the 6 colourways, silver, the blue, the black, the purple, the gold and the rainbow.
Oh, that is so pretty. Look at this.
Really lovely.
Catches the light. Stunning. Oh, look. OK, £10.99 then for this one. 767706 is your item number. Right, we're going to get cracking now. All you need to do then is give us a call, 01733602000, or here's the website where you can check out online at hochanda.com. Don't forget, a fair few items do have a Freedom member. So if you're buying lots of different kits, it's well worth becoming a member. For £6.97 per month, all of your postage is covered. You're absolutely sorted. Most popular so far is our lovely mesh tubing. That one's proving really, really busy at the moment. OK.
I thought it might be.
Yeah, you predicted the riot.
That's what happened last time.
Is it? Right.
Yes. Somebody told me last time it was 22 minutes or something it lasted.
Oh, really?
So, yeah. So, OK. So I'm going to do a demo with the mesh quickly before we don't have any left. I'm going to use the grey. This blue is just amazing. I mean, the colours that come out of that plastic mesh are amazing.
Yeah, beautiful.
It's an AB finish, an Aurora Borealis finish.
Yeah.
So all we have to do is we take one of our cord ends and basically we pop the mesh into the cord end. OK. Pair of flat nose pliers. And all we have to do really is squash that on.
Easy.
Easy.
Yeah.
So that's one end, basically. And then the open end, we can take... I've got some of the silver tone beads here. We just drop them in. It doesn't get really much simpler than that, does it?
It's good, isn't it?
I know, it's you get such a good finish for such a simple process, really.
Yeah.
And
but it's quality products, really quality.
It's all nice. It's all really good. It's all nice and shiny.
Yes. How long have you been doing this for, Mark? What's your background?
Well, originally I was trained as a microelectronics engineer.
Couldn't get more different, really.
And then probably around about 1999, I went to college to do silversmithing.
OK.
As a night class.
Right.
And it all goes from there, really.
Oh, I see.
I opened a shop selling beads in about 2004. And, yeah.
gone from
I've now
there.
got a studio. We teach silversmithing and so on. So
lovely.
It's great. Yeah, so just keep feeding beads in here until it's about the right size. That's a little bit small yet. So obviously you can tailor this to your own wrist
nice
size.
thing, isn't it?
You can tailor it to your friend's wrist size. If you're going to make these to sell at a craft fair, then obviously do an arrangement of sizes. That's the best way. Common size is around about 7 to 8 inches, I would say.
Right.
That helps people. That's probably about right. We've got catch
Because it'll stretch too, won't it?
It's a little bit stretchy.
Yeah.
Yes.
We've lost 20% of this option
I thought
already.
we might. Yes. Okay, so when you finish putting your beads in there, we just pop on the other end. Okay, and we seal the beads in. Now, obviously, we could have put beads on the outside as well, so we could have threaded them on. You need quite a big hole in the bead, so the 8mm beads work for that quite nicely. All we have to do now is get a pair of cutters.
So, really, you need to invest in some good tools.
I would say some tools. If you've got basic, I mean, really with this, you only need the basics. So a pair of flat nose pliers and maybe a side cutter that I'm using here.
Yeah.
Will do the job. If you haven't got a side cutter, then a pair of scissors will also do the job. The next thing to do is to take... we're not including any jump rings or catches in the pack, but I'm sure most people have got them. And again, look at the website. You can find them there.
Yeah. There's a trick to that, isn't there, with jump rings?
There is, yes. We always do it sideways, like opening a door.
Yeah.
Because lots of people pull them open, but that means if you imagine a circle, if you open it like that, you're never going to make it circular again.
Right.
So we open it sideways. I'll show you with the other end. So if we take another jump ring.
Okay.
So we find the that's always a difficult with these. There we go. We find the split in the jump ring, and then we use 2 pairs of pliers usually to just open it like that.
So, because it helps maintain the strength of it, is that right?
It maintains the strength in that bottom edge there, and it also allows you to go back to a circle.
Great.
So 2 reasons why we do that. Okay, make sure it's all nice and lined up, and that's it.
Yeah. Can I wear it?
Yes.
I'm so rude.
It's
I'm so
probably a
naughty.
bit big for you, actually, but there we go.
Oh,
it's
thank you,
fine.
Mark. Hey, doesn't this look beautiful? Look at the colours. It's absolutely stunning. That's beautiful.
And we could fill that with any kind of bead you have.
Yeah.
If you don't have the metal beads, that's fine. An 8mm bead, or even smaller beads. You can fill it up with smaller beads, seed beads, whatever's in your stash.
Look at the smile on my face. I do like a bit of jewellery. Don't worry, I will give this back to you. That's fine. Are you right to carry on to the next thing?
We can.
Yeah,
we
what
can.
would you like to do?
Let's go with a bracelet.
Okay.
Because this is equally simple. I like to develop my kits so that anyone can make them.
Right.
So you don't need any specialist knowledge really. And the idea is that we're trying to give you the knowledge. So all we have here is basically you will get in each kit 1 metre of beading elastic, and it's 0.8mm elastic. I use that almost all the time, 0.8mm, because in glass beads, quite often the hole size is 1mm. So it gives a little bit of a gap between the hole and the material, but also it's nice and strong. Okay, go any thinner, yes, it'd be easier to thread, but it wouldn't have the strength. We use this clear elastic because if you put sometimes people try and thread onto shearing elastic, which has a cotton. But it's not great for jewellery.
Right.
So we go with we've got the right stuff. Now, I'm going to tie a knot. So when I start to thread my beads on, I always pick the largest bead to be the one near the knot.
Okay, why is this?
Because it's usually got the biggest hole.
Okay.
So I can pull the knot inside the bead.
And then it's invisible.
And then it's invisible.
And then you get that professional finish.
Absolutely.
Lovely.
So I'm using the disco bead. All these disco beads.
You can definitely see that there's a rave going on with this. Look at that.
And I've gone with this is the black option. Okay, black with rose gold. So this is taken from the rose gold option.
Yes.
But this is the black. Now, there isn't a correct pattern. We do give you a big picture of how we think this should be made.
Yeah.
But if you want to do your own thing, that's absolutely fine. There's enough beads here for you to design your own piece.
Okay.
And because you can make two, you could actually go and follow our pattern and then do your own thing.
Yeah.
That's quite nice. So let's go.
Oh, and I hadn't realised that these lovely rose gold beads have got little crystals in.
Rhinestone rondelles.
Okay.
So they've got crystals in. I don't know if you can see that close up there. But,
here we are.
Go.
That's beautiful.
You see that turn.
Excuse me, they look so expensive.
Absolutely. And it's a grade A crystal inside those rondelles. We use that all the time because it's just best.
Yeah. Yeah. Beautiful. Lovely close-up. There we go.
Absolutely. I'm
What's
just
your
thinking
fancy?
what pattern I would... Let's go with... let me just change that. Let's go with the standard pattern, I think.
Okay.
Otherwise we'll confuse everybody, won't we? So you don't have to, but...
So you just literally leave them
I'm
on.
literally
So easy.
threading them on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
Can you see?
Yes, you need to have a little look at that one.
Yeah, it's fine.
Here we are.
Doesn't matter. we can do our own thing. Let's do
sort-
our own thing.
What sort of age could you do these from?
Well, our kits say 15 plus,
Yeah.
just because they're quite small beads, we really design our kits for the adult market.
Yeah.
But obviously, if you're supervising children, that's absolutely fine. Obviously, watch the little ones because
Yeah.
the beads it's all glass as well. You don't want to ingest it. It's
No,
not
no.
great. But apart from that, absolutely safe, fine, no problems at all. Just be sensible.
Okay.
So yeah.
And also going back to the quality, I mean, these are meant to last, aren't they?
Yes, this is something that you make, and it will last. The elastic will stay stretchy.
Yeah.
For a couple of years. Obviously, all elastic products are going to deteriorate over time.
Yeah.
But it's fine. It's normal. And then obviously just rethread it. That's the good thing. You see, you could make this 1 week, wear it, chop it up, make it in a different way.
That's nice, isn't it? Yeah. Because you've got the bead, you've got the
Absolutely.
elastic. Speaking of the elastic, how would you say, because obviously it's going to stretch, how would you measure your wrist? Do you stretch it around the wrist already?
It needs to be when you put it on. You don't want it to be overstretched because you don't want gaps between the beads.
Yeah.
So when you make it, if you just lay it out, if you measure around your wrist with a piece of ribbon or tape measure or something like that, just add about the same length of beads really to your elastic.
Yeah.
Maybe a couple more, just so that it fits nicely and snug, but it's not over tight.
Okay.
Also, some people like it loose, some people like them tighter, but I would say with elastic, you want it to be relatively snug.
Yeah, yeah. Brilliant. I've got really dainty wrists, so
I've got very dainty wrists,
small
yeah.
one for me.
You're probably sort of 6-inch wrist,
I
really.
might have
So yeah. So yeah, I'm just threading these onto the elastic. It's really simple.
So you've left this, I see, halfway. You've not knotted it yet. You do that at the end?
Some people, some people would put a knot on the end.
Okay.
I tend to use a longer piece of elastic.
Yeah.
And then I'm careful.
Right.
If you're prone to picking this up and all your beads going all over the floor,
That would be me.
then what I suggest is you put a double knot on the end of the elastic here just to
Okay.
stop that happening. But yes, well, it depends on the person. I
Okay.
think. I do lots of this, so probably get used to it.
You
but
are, yeah. Just while you're doing that, so these are the colour options you can go for. So obviously, Mark's working with the rose gold option because you've got those. Well, how did you describe them again? The rose gold beads.
They are these
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
These are rhinestone rondelles.
Rhinestone rondelles. I love that. Look at them. They're beautiful. Just look at the sparkle that these have. So remember in the kit, so this is the rose gold option, you're getting enough beads to make 2 of each of these bracelets. So this works out at literally about just £2 per bracelet, which is fabulous value, and they look way more expensive than that, don't they? And then the second option under the same item number is the silver, and you'll get the red, the blue, and did you describe it as charcoal, Mark?
Charcoal,
yes.
yes.
Beautiful. So again, very, very classy. Same as before, you can make 2 of each, so just £2 per bracelet. £11.99 for each of the kits, 775,153.
Fabulous. And also don't forget that it will compact as 3 individual kits, so 3 different colourways in each of the options, which is great. We do that all the time, and I think, well, I'm hoping people like that method that we do, because it allows you to split them as gifts, or you know, perhaps make one colour up and then keep the other for something else.
Yeah.
Obviously, make them and give them.
Oh, yeah.
That's also nice. You know, pop them in a little organza bag or something, and that would be a fab present.
Oh, I love that idea.
Yeah.
What's also nice is you know, you give us choice. So sometimes, you know, I'm thinking about if I want to match something to a certain outfit and I just can't find what's out there. You've got all those different colourways, so you can match it to what you're wearing.
Absolutely, yeah. Metallics are very in at the moment. There's metallics all over the high street. So the rose gold metallic here, or the silver metallic, or you know, and we'll come on to the electroplated beads.
Oh, yes.
They're perfect for the metallics at the moment, really. Right, keep going until you've got the right length. If it's for you, Alex, we're nearly there.
Isn't it one?
So let's go with one more section.
Okay.
And then I think I've got my pattern right.
Looks good to me.
It looks okay.
Yeah, because it must be while you're chatting as well.
I know it's hard to do,
yeah.
You need to concentrate a little bit, I would say, yeah. If you've got lots going on around you, this is probably not the best thing to do, but it really is as straightforward and as simple as... That's the last one.
Yeah.
And that would match then. If we can find the hole, there we go. So there we go. Okay.
So you don't finish off with a big one at that end? You just have the one statement piece?
No, I've got the big one in the middle there.
Right.
Okay, so I'm just going to trim, just going to leave myself a little bit there and trim this elastic. We don't need all that. Okay. With a metre of elastic in each kit, you've got enough to probably make 3 or 4 bracelets, so there's plenty to play with. So don't cut it too short. We give you enough.
You've got spare.
You've got spare, yeah. And obviously keep it, because then if you find that in the future, you know, you want to change a bracelet, you've still got some elastic. Okay, what we do next is we apply a surgeon's knot.
Oh, all right, I'm going to watch this carefully.
Okay,
right.
the technical bit's coming up. We do explain in the kit how to do a surgeon's knot, but basically it's right over left. Okay, and we pull that so it's just taut. And then we do left over right and through.
What does that do? Keep it neat, or?
And through again.
Oh, right.
That's the bit that makes it a surgeon's knot, that you go through twice.
Right.
Okay, so it's right over left, left over right, and through twice.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like a reef knot, which would be right over left, left over right.
But you've got that double bit.
But we go through twice. Okay, pull that tight. Okay, now, I'm not going to do it here, but what we normally do now is we apply a little bit of clear nail varnish.
Right.
Which we don't supply, or a little bit of beading glue. We apply that to the knot. Okay, once we've done that, we then pull that knot inside that bead, and we let the glue dry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Before you chop.
Yes.
Okay.
So leave it, if it's beading glue or clear nail varnish, it only takes about 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes. Leave that, just put it down, walk away, go make yourself a cup of tea.
That's what I was going to say.
Come back, then trim it really close. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to leave a little bit of a tail for us, okay? And basically, there's your bracelet finished.
Can I wear this one as well?
You can wear that one as well. But you have to be a little bit careful of that because it's not glued. But just if you roll it on, it'll be fine. That's fine. That's great. Hey.
There you go. Look, I'm just gathering all of these bracelets. So
Lots of
fabulous.
sparkle.
I know, I do like this sparkle. I shall be back with you then in a second, Mark.
Fabulous.
We'll move on to the next demonstration. Just so you know, we're halfway through the show. Just give you a time check. OK, so have a look. This is the big bead bundle. Really, really lovely colours. They look like berries, don't they?
They do.
They look really pretty. So this is just $16.99. You've got wire, you've got tubing, glass and metal beads. For that price, $16.99, your item number is 472927. That's your item number. Now, one of the... Oh, are we starting with our beads? No, the tubing. OK, right. So the tubing, or the mesh, we should say. This is your floral option. It's proving really busy. It's a lovely option. Look at the colours. Now, a third of the stock of this has gone. You do get ever such a lot. So you can see you've got some of them that don't have the metallic thread through, and some of them that do, and it's really pretty. They've got a gold thread. Look how these catch the light. Oh, I like the pink. And remember, you've got the AB blue, which is the one I'm wearing. She says, there we are. It's really beautiful. Now, it's not just the tubing that you're getting. By the way, you get 24 metres of the tubing, obviously in the variety of colours. And this is the 8mm mesh. You're also getting the little findings there. What are they called?
Cord ends.
Thank you, Mark. Couldn't think of the word. The cord ends that you just squeeze together. So you've got an assortment of your silver and your gold colour. And then have a look at what you can be doing with them. Isn't this pretty? So you could add the beads inside and then, of course, to the outside. Isn't that a really nice effect? That's glorious. Love that. And you can make your bracelets, because you can chop them down to the length that you want to. And if you missed the start of the show, do catch up on Rewind, because Mark showed you how to do these. Now, this is $14.99. However, if you're a Freedom member, it's only $13.49. Your item number for this is 879185. Then we've got some more mesh, and this is your 4mm. Again, you're getting 24 metres in total. Really busy for this one as well. Look at these colours. We've called this the Bright, if you're looking for it. So you've got some purples, blues. These have all got a nice silver thread running through. We are 30% of this stock gone. This one will come with the silver cord ends. Let's bring these up. So you're getting such a lot. You'll be able to make so many bracelets or necklaces, or even, check this out, little earrings. Isn't that pretty? And because this is a thinner mesh, you can see it really lends itself for sort of entwining around each other. That's really, really pretty. Once more, this has got a Freedom discount. It's $13.49. If you're not a Freedom member, it's $14.99. Item number then for the 4mm is 204495. Next up then, we're coming on to the bracelet. So you've got two different colour options. First top option is the rose gold, because it's got the rose gold findings. Such a nice colour. I adore rose gold. It's beautiful. So there's the rose gold findings, but then you've also got the lovely clear and opaque crystals. Check out that sparkle. Whoa, that's gorgeous. Then you've got the black and the clear. And you've got the peach. I love the peach. Isn't that glorious? Nice, vibrant peach. Here are the finished articles. You've got instructions in there and a nice picture to show you how you might want to thread the beads. But you could do what you like, really. You could make them your own pattern. Now, you've got enough in here to make two of each colourway. So effectively, at $11.99, this works out at just £2 per bracelet. So you can make all 6. Now, under the same item number, you can also choose the silver option. So this has got the silver findings in. There we are. And then in terms of the bead colours, you have got the charcoal, so sparkly, the red, and that wonderful sapphire blue. Let me just tilt this one up. There we go. Oh, there's the blue. It's lovely. Beautiful sapphire blue. And then at the top here, you can see how they'll work out. They catch the light sensationally. Same as the other option. You can make 2 of each colourway, so you'll be able to make 6 bracelets in total. And this works out at just £2 per bracelet. And they look so much more expensive than that, don't they? It's another option. Look, there we go. Beautiful. £11.99, 775 153. And if you decide to go for both colour options, then it's just one P&P as it's one item number. Now, if you like matching items, and I certainly do, I feel all wrong actually if I'm not matching, but anyway, that's a different story. You've got the same colourways as you do for the bracelets, but this time you can make several earrings. And I think Mark said, and I'll double check, you can make 15 sets. Excellent, he's giving me a nod there. So top colour option, again, you've got your rose gold, beautiful, and all the findings. There we are. And check these, aren't these stunning, these colourways? And again, those peachy tones. And then just down here, if we may, have a look at the different ways, the different versions that you can be making these. That's so pretty. Oh, look how sparkly they are. Again, they look so expensive, don't they? And then you could do that colour, that way. And there's another one down here. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And then again, under the same item number, you can go for the silver option. Again, they'll match the bracelets beautifully. We'll have to get the necklaces on next time to match, get all three. Beautiful with the reds, the charcoals, and those sapphire blues. And again, we've got some different ways that you can be making them. The blue is just so striking. Check this out. There we go. Very pretty indeed. The reds, lovely little beads here. Beautiful. £11.99, 892 200 for either option. Last but not least, we've got the electroplated faceted round glass bead mix. Thank you. And again, you can see how beautifully they sparkle. They really do catch the light sensationally. Oh, let me wiggle them. There you go. Oh, that's that beautiful purple. Look at the rainbow. Oh, it's gorgeous, isn't it? Check this out. Beautiful. So that is £10.99. 767 706 is your item number. All you need to do then is give us a call, 0173360 2000, or here's the website. You can check out online at hochanda.com. Again, a quick reminder that a lot of the kits do have a Freedom discount on. So if you'd like to take advantage of becoming a Freedom member, then all your postage is covered for £6.97 per month. If you've been making any of these, if you've got some of the previous kits from before, send your pictures to studio@hochanda.com or via Facebook. I love that big bead bundle. They do. They look like blueberries and
they do.
Blackberries and things. I really like that. I like the colours in there. Right, which kit are you doing this time?
I'm going to, well, this is sort of a mixture of kits now.
Okay.
So we've got some, I'm going to use the electroplated glass beads. I can't remember the full title.
I know, that's what I was reading my notes.
Yeah. And I'm also using some of the little silver tone beads from that pack too. And then I've taken from my stash, I've taken some ear wires and some head pins. So I'm just going to make some earrings basically with these. Just to go through the process, because I know that if you go for our earring kit, you'll want to see the process.
Yeah.
So I thought rather than make the earrings from the kit, let's make them from the electroplated mix.
Yep.
Yeah. So I've taken a head pin. Call it a head pin because it's a pin with a head. Yeah. Very simple. Everything's simple. I'm using a little silver 4mm bead first, and I'm going to then take some beads here and actually thread them on. The combination is completely my choice, completely your choice.
Yeah.
So let's go with something a little bit longer. They really do sparkle, these beads.
They do, don't they?
Really good. Let's go with a silver bead next.
These are the rainbow ones?
These are the rainbow. Yeah. My favourites, I think. Although the black ones, because it's, with it having a sparkle to it, it's almost not black.
Yeah, I understand, yeah. Has that sort of silvery...
Yeah, almost a sort of hematite-y kind of finish.
Yes. That's a good word. This early.
Oh, I know. OK, so I've threaded my beads onto the head pin, so I'm quite happy with that. I'm then going to take my flat nose pliers and I'm going to apply a 90-degree bend. I use my thumb actually to do that rather than turn with the pliers. I actually use my thumb to make the bend.
And you're really quite close to that bead.
I'm really quite, yes. I've probably left about 1 millimetre above the bead so that I'm not hitting it with the pliers, but I'm very close to it. Okay, I'm happy with that. I then take my side cutters and I'm going to leave around about 1 centimetre, 10 millimetres there. And I'm going to trim that down. This bit could fly off, so I'm just going to fire that down into my bead mat so it doesn't go into the crowd. And then we take round nose pliers right onto the end there. Okay.
Yep.
And I support that with finger and thumb, and I'm going to roll and roll. There's no rush. And what we're looking for when we finish that is a nice loop.
Perfection, Mark. That's great.
Okay.
Yep.
Now, I'm not going to say that if you haven't done that before, you could do that, because it is a little bit fiddly.
It's practice.
It's practice, but practice.
Yeah.
And actually, in all our kits, if you're going to make 5 pairs of earrings, we will always give you 12 head pins.
Right.
So we always give you a couple of spares.
Good. Because I will be honest, I had to go live on air without ever having done it, and I messed it up. Yeah.
Okay. That's a tough one.
Yeah.
It really is. Yeah. So I've opened the bottom of the ear wire there, and it's really quick to actually.
How fab is that? So
earring.
quick. Can we make another one? Can we do a matching one?
Absolutely. So off we go again. Take the head pin, thread the beads on. The great thing is, if you start to build your bead stash, you can really go to town with earrings, and it's a great way of using up small amounts of beads. So if you make a bracelet and a necklace and you've got just 5 or 6 beads left, that's all you need for earrings.
Right. So
it's a really good way of using up your stash in a sensible way. So off we go again. So 90-degree bend. Trim.
How far is that?
About 1 centimetre, about 10 millimetres roughly.
Yep.
Make sure we don't lose that bit. And then we take the round nose pliers, support with finger and thumb, and we start to turn.
Right, so you don't go in one whole roll, I noticed.
I don't, no.
You want to be comfortable?
Yeah, because you can't, because you'll
Hurt
twist
your
your
wrist,
wrist
okay.
off, basically. When you've done that, just squeeze that together. Make sure it's nice and tight. Right, this needs a tweak. There we go. That's sort of okay.
Yep.
Yeah, let's get in there. Don't worry about tweaking it. It doesn't have to be right the first time. I always say that to people. If I'm teaching this, I always say, don't panic about it being perfect. That's what the tools are for. The tools are there so we can adjust things.
How many workshops do you run? Is it on a regular basis?
Yeah, I do some Saturdays, Wednesdays.
Yeah.
Depends really. I teach outside.
Yeah.
All over the place really. Oh, that wasn't. See, we've got that's.
Okay, because this won't happen at home.
It might do. There we go.
Yep. Beautiful. Look how much they sparkle. That is glorious, isn't it? What else would you be doing with these type of beads?
Well, you could thread these beads onto elastic. So if you've got some elastic left from one of the kits, maybe, or you've got bought one of our other packs where we sell the elastic and tiger tail and all those different threading materials, it's fine for these beads. So you've got your earrings, you've got your bracelets, you can make necklaces. You could just use of home decor. I mean, it's great, if you want to just pop them into a window on some clear elastic or some clear thread, and just let them move in the wind. That would be lovely, because they do sparkle.
Yes.
A little bit of movement's good for them.
Yes.
It really just helps them to sparkle.
I was just thinking as well, if you've got any left over, so like our previous show, we had our lovely 3D cross-stitch kits, or if you like to do a bit of embroidery, they'd be a nice little finishing touch.
Add those, no problem.
Yeah?
Absolutely, yeah. Even to cards, I mean, lots of 3D cards now, aren't there? So, that's fine. this time of the year, maybe Christmas wreaths, all sorts of ways of using the beads.
So, because we'll get quite a bit left over, I take it, with the, you know...
Yeah, and actually, if you go with the electroplated beads, you've got 600 to play with there, so...
Just a few.
Just a few. I think we'll be fine.
Shall we move on to the next kit?
Yes.
Or do you need a minute?
I'm fine.
Okay.
I'm fine. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to use the some of those beads that you've just liked, some of those berry beads.
Oh, I love these.
Okay.
Quick question. I'm just curious. Is there anything you can do with the waist?
It depends.
Really?
If it's very short like that, no, I'd probably throw that away. But
Okay.
if it's sort of, I don't know, 3/4 of an inch or so,
yeah,
yeah, there is. We could then put a loop on each end and actually join them together, so we could make a necklace or a bracelet like that. So it's sort of wired.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. In fact, you might have preempted what we're bringing in January, because we might be doing something like that. I know. Okay. Now, I know. Ooh.
Can. Oh, they've got different colours through them.
They have.
Look, that's like
pink and yellow.
Oh, look. Oh, these are pretty. Tropical.
Yes.
Tropical cat's eyes.
Tropical. Perfect, though, with this rose gold.
OK, yes.
Because what I've got here, I've got the 2 different colours of rose gold. So I've taken this from the bead pack, which has the memory wire included.
Right.
I think there's 50 turns of the memory wire in that kit, if I remember rightly. So I think we say there's enough materials there to make around about 20 bracelets.
OK.
So lots and lots. But I just stolen a bit and added the rose gold beads in from the rose gold bead pack. So when you use memory wire, what we do first of all is we take round nose pliers. I've cut this down. I've cut it to about 2 turns.
Right.
But you could have more. You could have slightly less. Never less than about 1.5 turns of memory wire. Otherwise, it falls off the wrist.
Okay.
It must have an overlap.
Right. Just a quick mention for you can probably see there's no details on screen. We're just having a few gremlins. So, quick reminder, which kit's this from again?
This
or is this a mix?
This is a bit of a mix,
Yeah.
but it's mostly the beads and the memory wire are from the
big bundle, is it?
big bundle.
Yep.
Okay, and then obviously I've got the rose gold beads from the rose gold bead pack.
Thank you. They are all on the website. It's just I don't want you to miss out on this, but, you know, just to let you know that's what's going on. OK, sorry.
That's fine.
What did you do?
I've just put a loop on the end, basically. Put the loop on the end.
Yeah.
And that stops the beads from dropping off. And then we thread them on the other end.
Perfect.
OK. Now, this is really good. If you want to bead with children, this is great to do because you can put a loop on one end, the beads aren't going to drop off, and they can just thread them on. Just be careful with the sharp end here. Again, all common sense, really.
Lovely.
OK, let's go with a pattern. Now, the 2 colours of rose gold do work together.
They do, don't they?
I know sometimes people say to us, oh, that's not the same, but that's fine, because, you know, it doesn't always have to be.
Yeah. I do like the 2-tone. They're very happy, vibrant colours, aren't they?
They are. And what I've done here, I've picked out the pinky ones. So there are some green ones and purple ones and so on and so forth. They're all 2-tone.
Yeah.
And again, this is as simple as... I know it's a bit strange, really, but I just want to show you how easy it is.
Yes.
I know I'm not doing anything really complicated, but, you know, at the end of the day... everybody should try jewellery making because it is really, really simple.
Yeah, like, don't be put up... I think sometimes if you see tools and you see wire and you go, ooh, but
panic.
it's fine.
but no, it's really straightforward.
So with this, doing something like this, you wouldn't have had to have done anything previously. You could literally be a complete beginner.
Absolutely. If your usual craft is card craft or sewing, give this a go because it is really easy. I would go with a kit first, just because it gives you everything you need and also the instructions that you may require. So, for example, we showed you how to tie the surgeon's knot. It's detailed. There's a picture there. It also tells you in words how to do it as well. Jewellery making is really about... I always think it's more about patterns.
Yeah.
So if you're good with patterns, then just lay them out first if you're not sure before you start to thread them on. But it doesn't matter Because if you thread them on and you think, oh, that's awful, take them off.
Yeah, yeah.
Thread them on again. It's fine. You can't really make a mistake. What you like, somebody else might not.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. I struggle the other way around because sometimes I, of course, have to come up with designs and I think, I don't like that.
Yeah.
But then I show other people, because I usually have a little bit of testing before we get here. And people say, yeah, that's great. And I go, oh, OK.
Because different tastes, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
So...
In fact, the elasticated bracelets here took 3 attempts.
Oh, right.
To get right.
OK.
Just because I made one and I thought that was great, I showed a few people and they said,
no,
don't like that. Very flat. And it was all to do, it was all to do with too many pearls.
OK, that's interesting.
So it got modified, tested, it's nearly right. And then the final design was a sort of mixture of 2 different things that I'd put together. So, so yeah, but, you know, that first design might have been perfect for some people,
yes,
so it was OK with me.
Do you, I mean, is this what you give for all of the ladies in your life, if you will? Do you do the jewellery for them, or do you give them kits, or...?
Yeah, kits. I mean, it varies, really, what people have.
Yeah.
So.
I guess you've made thousands
too
of
many.
kits. Yeah, I bet you have.
Too many.
So, very easy to do.
Very easy. I mean, you can see here,
Yeah.
I'm talking and we're threading. It's fine. It's a simple pattern we're doing here. But it's really starting to it's starting to come together. You can see the beads threaded on there.
Yeah.
Quite funky, really.
It is. This is a very jolly thing. This would be something as well. Maybe you've got the little black dress, but you want a little flash of colour.
A little bit of colour.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you've got black, pink is perfect for that. Black and pink, they sort of grow each other up somehow.
Yeah. I know what you're
I
saying.
think the black grows the pink up more.
Yes.
And then the pink really makes the black
Pop.
a bit more.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a pop, isn't it?
Yes,
That's a good word. I like that one. Yeah. Oh, gone wrong there. You see?
Oh,
doesn't
sorry.
matter.
There we go.
It's all right. The word pop, it excited me. There you go.
That's so funky. I'd like matching earrings as well, because they'd be really nice as danglers, wouldn't they?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the good thing. Once you've got a pattern that works, you can then, you know, get your stash, find your ear findings, and off you go. You only need a couple of beads. The thing is, all our packs have got, you know, hundreds of beads in them usually.
Yeah.
So there is plenty to play with, plenty of scope for your design. As I say, don't be scared about completely changing our designs, because it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And also, if you want to make our designs and you want to sell them, that's fine.
I was just that was exactly the.
I thought you were in there.
Literally, you
Sorry.
could read my mind. No, that's absolutely fine. I was like, because I haven't asked
We
you
have
that.
no angel policy at all.
Right.
Or our angel policy is make what you like.
Yes, yeah.
Sell what you like. I'm quite happy. It's fine.
Do you go to a lot of shows and?
I go to a lot of shows where we sell beads. So
Right.
we actually sell beads. I know I see a lot of viewers at bead fairs. It's always nice for you to come and say hello. So yeah, I'm all over the country.
Yeah.
I've actually finished this year's shows.
Yeah.
I'm not doing any more now this year.
I know, it's just like
Yeah.
you've got to get ready for Christmas now.
I
It
have
gets
got
too
to get
much.
ready for Christmas, and I'm back here on the 2nd of January.
Oh, right,
so
for the new
actually,
year.
So actually, we've got to get ready for that before Christmas. So
Yeah.
we've got a busy run up to Christmas. I'm away over New Year as well, so I'm not getting back till the 1st, and then I'm here on the 2nd. So
Oh,
it's gonna
gosh, you're gonna be busy.
It's going to be fun. Yes. Yeah. So yeah, I'm back. I think 8 o'clock again on
Yeah.
the 2nd.
Great
Yeah.
stuff. So we're nearly there with this.
We are.
Yeah.
Nearly finished. Yeah. So.
And is it quite easy to finish off too?
Very easy, because actually what we're going to do is exactly the same as how we started. In fact, I'm going to stop there. I am going to use... I've got memory wire cutters here. Now, the one thing I would say, if you're going to use memory wire, don't use your standard cutters.
Right.
Because if you cut this, it's really, really hard material. It will dent and damage your normal cutters. So there's a quick tip, really.
Good advice.
If you don't have memory wire cutters, then go and find some really old or some very inexpensive heavy-duty electrical wire cutters and use
Right.
them. It probably will damage them too because it's really hard, but it doesn't really matter.
I was going to say, I'd be going to into the other half's toolbox.
Yes, go to the shed and find something that nobody cares about anymore. Yeah. So I've trimmed that down, again, about 1 centimetre, and then I'm going to use the round nose pliers here just to roll the end. Okay, that's the good thing about memory wire. We don't need any fittings, findings, glue. Oh, you don't need any like that.
Yeah.
And there we go. There's another bracelet for you, Luke, there, Alex.
I'm just trying them all on. Oh, this is funky. Oh, I really like this one.
That's really nice. Yeah, and so simple.
Yeah.
So simple.
Thank you very much, Mark.
No problem.
We've just got a few minutes left, so we'll just do a quick recap. So if you want the two-tone bundle, that's where this set that I'm wearing has come from, or some of them, the two-tone bits.
Yeah.
It's a big bundle. So you're getting the wire, the tubing, the glass and metal beads for £16.99. 472927 is your item number. Now, one of the most popular items, as you predicted, Mark, is the mesh tubing. And you get such a lot of it.
Loads.
Yeah.
Loads. Probably enough to make, I would say, if you're making bracelets, you've probably about 100 or just, just short of 100 of bracelets, really, with that.
Yeah.
Loads.
Wow, look at this. And so some have got the gold cord and some are plain.
Yeah, that's right. We've got, I think, the 3 are plain. There's a white, a grey, and this lovely... sort of fuchsia colour. Yes, that's right. And then they're all plain, and then there was a floral white and a red with a gold stripe, and then the blue has the AB finish.
Oh, where's that bracelet there? So bring this over again so you can see. Look, and that's obviously got some beads inside, but it's a really pretty colour, isn't it? And it's just catching the light beautifully. And you also get the cord ends.
That's right. You're going to get 100 of those.
So is it literally 50-50?
50-50, 50 gold, 50 silver colour.
Nice. So, and if you did miss the start of the show, Mark was teaching us how to put these together very, very easily. And this is the sort of thing that you can be making. Gorgeous, gorgeous necklaces and bracelets. And you can switch it up. I can see you've done beads inside and outside. Inside, outside.
Different beads, metal beads. If you've got glass beads, that's fine inside there too.
Yeah.
If you've got seed beads, chuck them in as well. No problem.
Chuck it all in. £14.99 or £13.49 if you're a Freedom member. 879-185 is your item number. And then this one is the back by popular demand mesh. This is the 4mm.
4mm mesh. Yeah.
24 metres in total?
24 metres again. It's all silver running through this.
Yep.
I think you've got black, purple, pink, red, white and blue.
Yes, and you've got the cord ends all this time in silver.
All in silver, this to match the silver thread.
Yes.
And earrings. Why not make earrings with it? It's fine for that. No problem.
Beautiful, and I love them intertwined. They look really pretty. So this is £14.99. Item number then is 204495. All you need to do then is give us a call, 01733602000, or you can check out on the website at hochanda.com. Mark, then, have a lovely Christmas.
And you, thank you.
And we'll see you
back in a second.
In the new year, 2018. Oh, thank you very much, Mark.
Take care, thank you.
More coming up after this short break. Stay tuned. And coming up next, we have got our one-day special. We are digi-crafting, and then after that, we're paper sculpting with Sizzix, and then we're back with Nutmeg 3D cross-stitch. You can also catch Craft Buddy's Christmas decorations on Sky 676.
Hi, I'm Bev, I'm from Be Crafty. We have been going for about 14 years, and 4 years ago we started designing and making our very own stamps just for you. All of our stamps are designed and made here at Be Crafty by my own fair hands, and we love using them for lots of different crafty projects. I love playing with our stamps and templates and getting as inky as I can, whether it's spraying or blending ink or stamping ink. It's paints, everything. We absolutely love it, and that's what we want to show you when we come to Hochanda, because we get to demo as much as we like, which is fantastic, so I can show you all the techniques that I'm learning too. So make sure you don't miss the Be Crafty shows on Hochanda.
I am Matthew Palmer, professional artist with the SAA, the UK's largest and friendliest art community. The SAA exists to inform, encourage and inspire all who want to paint, and that's exactly what you'll learn to do with me as your teacher. As a self-taught artist of 30 years ago, I know the challenges of a white piece of paper and learning how to paint. But with me, Hochanda and the SAA, I'll show you how easy watercolour painting really is. I'm here on Hochanda because I want to show you my watercolour painting techniques, and I want to get you over that white paper fear and get you started and develop your watercolour painting. So whether you're a beginner or an advanced artist, I've got some fantastic watercolour techniques that will get you started and take you even further on your watercolour journey. So join me, Matthew Palmer, for my shows on Hochanda.
I think you'd agree, gorgeous, gorgeous artwork from the lovely Michelle, who is back with us.
Hello.
Hello.
Morning.
If you weren't with us yesterday, Michelle debuted on Hochanda with her brand new collection of digital crafting CD-ROMs for your PC, for you to enjoy. All artwork by Michelle,
Yep.
all artwork that she's giving you permission to do with what you want. So if you want to sell your cards you make, if you want to sell them at a craft fair, if you want to sell them online, or whatever you want to do, you can with Michelle's, well, with your blessing, basically.
Yeah, absolutely. Do whatever you want with it, enjoy it, love it, and craft.
Now, you're getting 3 CD-ROMs, all of them different, for the price of 2. They should be £9.99 each. You're getting all 3 for £19.98. Basically, you're going to be getting Go Digi, which we'll talk about first, Print It and Craft, and also the Inspiration Station. What's all 3 of them about? How are they different?
Okay, so Go Digi is where we start.
Yep.
So this is the collection. This is all my images that I've painted, drawn, scanned, photographed, collected, whatever it is. So that's the super-duper massive All Singing All Dancing DigiKit. From there, I didn't want to exclude anybody who doesn't want to do any digital manipulation, doesn't want to use as in bringing the images on and changing the size or anything. So from there, with Sarah from Crafter's Companion, we developed the concept of Print It and Craft.
Right.
And Print It and Craft is literally what it says. So these are sheets of the unique digital elements, but put on so maybe 4 or 5 times in different sizes and different, sometimes they're flipped images as well, for you to literally print off, cut out and craft with.
There's 641 sheets of artwork on this CD-ROM alone, just this one. And then we've also got Lilies in Light, the Inspiration Station, 25 projects from this.
So it's 25 projects imagined by me. So they're just serving suggestions, really, of what I think you could make with the product that I give you. Full step-by-step colour instructions, and you get all the craftable companion sheets you need to make each project. So you get all the backing papers, embellishments, anything that you need that I've used in the project, you get there to print off and cut out and craft with.
Now, if you were to take all the elements off all 3 of these CDs, you will have over 1,500 printable elements that you can print off again and again and again. And of course, in
go digi, you can manipulate all of those, change the colours, change the sizes, all that sort of thing, and compose your own fantastic digital projects. So if you want to go for this today, it's the one-day special. Very busy last night when we launched it at 6 and 8. 45% of the day's stock has gone. $19.98 gets you all three of them. 864085 is your item number, and these are compatible with every PC out there. Mac compatible, general PCs,
absolutely
not a problem.
It's just all these are image files.
Right.
So if you can get to your images, you can get to your photographs on your computer, then you can get to these to the images on the discs.
And just to give you an idea, this is a mixture in front of me of all three CD-ROMs. So these are some projects that you could be getting your teeth into. How gorgeous is this artwork? If it's not actually been painted or drawn by Michelle, it's your own property that you photographed.
Yeah, so it's things that I've collected over the years. You know, I'm a devil for going to antique shops, second-hand shops, whatever, picking up all sorts of bits and pieces, snaffling them away, and then one day going, I'll use them. And now I'm actually using them in my art, which is great.
And how does it feel to have your own collection?
It's really exciting and a little bit scary, because obviously this is things that are in my head that I've gone, oh, that would be nice to craft with. This is what I'd like to craft with.
Yeah.
And here they are now. So there's some different. This is done by our lovely Lizzie. So Lizzie Curtis has done me that canvas there. And if you look really closely, you can see all the lovely stitching on there. So the other thing that's great with the digicrafting is the amount of things that you can print on.
Yeah.
So there's so many printable materials out there.
Acetate.
So this is an acetate sheet. So we've got the acetate in the little bundle that we've got on the show.
We've actually got some sheets of parchment and acetate and gorgeous quality silk card. That's on the bottom, vellum as well. $18.99 if you want to go for. It's really kind of a mixed media pack, isn't it?
It is a mixed media pack. Can I just show you this, because we've not opened this yet, and I just think this is fabulous, and it's from our lovely Alison. So really pretty little box, and there's images of from. This is one of the toppers actually that's in the collection. So this topper will be in Go Digi, and it's also in Print and Craft. And then if we open it up, look at that!
Oh, wow.
Isn't that lovely?
Butterfly box.
Yeah, butterfly box.
Now, something that you'll probably pick up on when you look through the CD-ROMs, which we're going to do in a minute, is the inspiration that Michelle has taken is from Monet.
Absolutely, yes. I was just about to say that. So the concept behind my collections is to use things that inspire me. So to come from a different place, really, just to do something different. And I've always been inspired by the great artists. I love art history and things like that, and I love to go to museums, and I love Florence, is my favourite place. And so my first collection is inspired by Claude Monet, and it's not to emulate the artwork, it's not to use the exact images, it's to get the colour palette and the images that speak to me from the work, and also the time that he lived. So you'll find sort of shabby chic, French, vintage bits and pieces in here, bits of lace and things like that.
Just look at what's in front of us here. You can print these days onto tissue paper or rice paper. If you put like a photocopier sheet onto it, you can print onto that. That's actually been beautifully used here to decorate this this big goblet, and then of course we've got some little lights inside it. Jars have been decorated here as well. The scrapbooking pages, which I know is Michelle's favourite thing.
And just that tapestry down the front as well. I just absolutely love that. Again, I think that's from Alison, and that is it's one of the digi-stamps. So in the collections you get digi-stamps, you get Colour Me Crafted. That's a digi-stamp that's just been traced onto the material and then hand stitched.
Wow.
So you know, one element and you make a complete project.
And can I show you, just so you get an idea of quantity? It's also quality as well as quantity, don't get me wrong. Look, this bundle here equates to one CD. The Print It and Craft, that is what is on there content-wise. You've also got some digi-stamps in there as well, some black and white images, so if you want to colour in things, there's plenty of those on the CDs as well. But there's wonderful backing papers, wonderful artwork. Remember, all of this is Michelle's own imagery, and she's giving you permission to do with it what you will. Even if you've got some of these machines that you can scan into and cut out.
Absolutely. So if you've got any of them clever digital machines that scan things in, cut them out, absolutely, by all means use them, because it makes your life easier, and I'm all for making your life easier. So yeah, absolutely. As we've said, selling-wise, even if it's a digital image, if it's a digital card, I'm absolutely happy for you to do that, because it's a digital product. If you want to create a digital scene, you'd save it as a JPEG, so you're just saving it as a photograph. So you can send it to companies like Craft Yourself Silly with Hayley and have your fabrics printed to make your cushion covers, your quilt covers, whatever. You can take them into photo, you know, like the photo places where you can have them printed onto mugs or to calendars or to whatever it is. So make more of your photographs and decorate them up, or make images, or personalise them with names, there's alphas in there and all sorts.
We're going to start with the Go Digi CD-ROM and then go through all the others as well. But $19.98, you're getting 3, you're only paying for 2. And it's 864-085, your item number if you would like to go for the one-day special today. OK, now Go Digi is the one that's all singing, all dancing.
It's the all singing, all dancing, massive DigiKit. So I can only... It's really difficult to get through all the images. I'm trying desperately to get through all the hours. And gradually you will start to pick up on all the different imagery, and you get the idea anyway. So this is just a very small section of what's on Go Digi. Now, we say 843 unique digital elements because these are just all singular elements, but this clematis can be the size of the A4, it could be tiny, it could be flipped the other way around. In certain programs you'll be able to recolour this, you can shadow it, you can do all sorts of things with it. So it's all about manipulation. So these are JPEGs and PNGs. This is Embellish It Flora, which is one section on the CD.
Another question we were being asked a lot yesterday is, can you use existing digital software that you already have?
Absolutely.
Yes.
So if you've got craft artists, yes, please go ahead, make your DigiKit up in there, use it to your heart's content. If you've got Minecraft Studio, which has got software on the front of it, use that because you can take the images into it.
Serif.
And any other, Serif, any other, I mean, there's all sorts of Serif programs that you could take it into. There's Adobe programs you can take it into. Anything that accesses JPEGs or PNGs that you're happy to use, photo programs, there's quite a few online that are free to trial as well, which you'll see me use one of them in a minute. So, you know, download some free trial versions, have a go at it, manipulate your things, see if you like to do it. And then in the simplest terms, use a word processing document. So on the top file where it says image, insert image, so if you're doing a spreadsheet at work or you're doing a document and you put a photograph into it, that's the button you press and it'll take you to all the images on the disc, and then you just transport them in.
This is right up my street. Vintage imagery, vintage postcards, that sort of thing. That's on there in abundance as well.
These are from one of the horticultural societies at the moment, and they've just released their catalogue of book plates, free to use. And then postcards that I've collected from the antique shops. So this is Embellish It Bits and Bobs. We've got keys, we've got tags that I've made, honeycombs. All these gems here, I've made with embossing powders. I've made resins because I wanted some gems, so I made them. This is a brooch that I have, which was made by a very dear friend of mine, who's no longer with us, used to be in the craft industry, and it's just really nice now to have that in the collection, and I can pass that forward.
And you can layer up these designs, you can put your ribbons on in whichever order, whichever position you wish. Change the colour, change the size. You're in control. Here's the colouring
So this is these are digi-stamps. So anything that I've drawn, I've made into a digi-stamp for you. So they can be, again, they could be that you can see this pop is huge, and it could be the size of the A4, or it could be a little tiny one. It could be flipped the other way around. It could be anything you want it to be. You can colour these digitally. You can print them off and colour them in with your pens, your pencils, your paints, whatever it is. The birds I drew, although the images in the kit are actually from a vintage wildlife book that I've got. These are ones that I've drawn myself. Then we've got frame its. So if you've got a program where you can use the drag and drop technology for your photographs, you can convert these into those frames, or you can just use them for your sentiments. You can lay them over your photographs. You can do what you want with them, really.
Well, just to let you know, we have actually got the CDs available individually as well. We've popped them up on the bottom of the screen, or one of them up on the bottom of the screen anyway. So the Lilies and Lights, that one is the Print It and Craft. So if you want that one, that's got the 641 printable elements on it. Oh, the Go Digi is at the bottom, is it? Oh, OK. Yeah.
They're all called Lilies and Light.
Right.
So it's from the Lilies and Light collection.
Right.
So we've got... everything is individual. So you could have the individual Go Digi, the individual Print It and Craft, or the individual Inspiration Station.
$9.99.
It just is whatever floats your boat, really.
But most of you are going to go for the main one-day special because you've got all three of them. 3 for the price of 2. 864085 is your item number. £19.98. Let's have a little look at the PC as well to show you the kind of the actual program at the beginning. Okay, so you get an interface with all the CDs. So you get one with the Go Digi as well, which is would just be a way that you can look around the collection and see what's in there. So if you just touch everything, it all comes to life, and that will take you to stamp it or top it or anything. But when you're using this digitally, you're gonna actually access the files from your computer. Right. So if I bring up, we're going to go straight into a Digi demonstration.
So I brought up, this is one of the little programmes that I've found online, which is you can get as a trial version. It's called Scrapbook Max. So just have a look and see what there is out there. And it's as simple as this. So we go add photo to the page at the top here.
Yeah.
And you click that. And you would go to my computer. If I actually just do that, and you'll see the CD-ROM there, and you double-click that, and it fires it up, and then you just go into the files from there. I'm actually going to do this demonstration from files on my computer because it's just quicker instead of waiting for my computer to read a disc. But when you're at home, it's dead easy, it's dead quick. It's just in telly terms, it seems like it's taking forever. OK, so we're going to go to the Paper Boutique. And there are, I'm trying to think, it's 197 unique backgrounds in the Paper Boutique. So I'm just going to get my instructions here. And we're going to go to square coordinating. So all these, this is the colour palette. So this is basically, and this is where I usually start with a kit, will be the colour palette of the backgrounds. And a lot of these are painted with aqua tints. We've got some acrylic ones in there as well. Lots of water, bits of ink, all sorts. They get lovely and messy and have a jolly good time.
All unique backgrounds.
Yep.
That's the thing that you can play with. Wow.
All completely unique and fit the collection. So I'm going to pick that one up. I'm going to pick that one up, and I'm going to pick that one up there. OK, and then we click OK, and that's dropping everything into my kit at once. So we've got all three backgrounds here.
Right,
so what we're going to do is we're going to digitally matte and layer. So I'm going to just pull that out to a matte size, and I'm going to drag, because this is a plain, it's a coordinating paper, it's not a pattern, that's what I'm saying. So you can drag that out in the corners. And if I just double click that, there'll be different ways that you get to the shadowing on different digital programmes, but I'm just clicking the shadow on there, and the shadow is what brings digital crafting to life. It's what gives it the 3D look. And we're going to matte this one here, and you can see it's dropped behind because it came on after this one. So if I just right click, I can arrange and I can bring it to the front.
OK.
Yeah, and that's going to be the same for most programmes you use. Even on a Word document, that works exactly the same way around. You can still bring things to the front, take things to the back, arrange it in whichever way possible. So I would just say, and I've always said this, with any software, with any programme, with a Word document, whatever it is, click buttons, especially your right click. People forget the right click, because the right click, it gives you a lot of commands. And you're going to find lots of different things in whatever software it is you're using.
And you know, the fun thing about this is as well, you're not wasting any paper, you're not wasting any glue, you're not cutting anything. It's all virtual crafting on the screen. So if you're not happy with something, you've not ruined anything or had to throw anything away. Absolutely.
So you can adjust the colour. Again, it works differently in different, with different programmes. So you can adjust the colour with hue sliders or saturations, or sometimes it can just be a one-touch change. So I'm going to lighten this paper up, so you can see straight away my 197 papers have now become 198. Because I've got a different colour there. And then actually let's just make sure we get the shadow on that. So we go back to that one there and go to shadow and do that. OK. So there we go, we've got a matte and layer, and you can see it's jumping off straight away.
Excellent. So dead easy so far.
Dead easy so far. What I'm going to do is go back to there, and we're going to go and look at the patterned paper. So here we go in the patterned paper. So there's all these patterns here. This is a wood. This wood one here, this is a progression of cardboard that I painted with poor man's crackle, and then cut into strips and made a little wooden fence. Because
so you've painted all of this, you've then photographed it all. It must have taken you forever to do all this.
Yeah. Well, this has been in development with Crafters Companions since it was March that me and Sarah sat in a coffee shop and cooked up our concept.
Wow.
And it's just, you know, it's just to get the concept right. It's just to try and get it right first time, and from there we're going to move on, and we've got lots of exciting things coming up.
So 9 months of hard work actually on these CDs for you to play with at home. And remember, just so there's no confusion about anything, Michelle gives you permission to use all of the images however you wish, whether it's digitally, whether it's printed out, whether you're selling your cards online, whether you're selling them at gift fairs or whatever. It doesn't matter. You can use them how you wish, even if you want to use them on websites and things like that.
Absolutely, yeah. Again, because it's a digital image, so absolutely feel free if you've got websites, blogs, web headers, you know, on your social media, if you want to use them as your headers and things like that, just enjoy them. You know, go on. There's nothing worse than just having stuff kept secret because you're worried to use it. Just go and use it, please, and enjoy it. And if anybody asks you, just tell them where you got it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so we're just putting a little bit of extra lift there, which will make sense in a minute. I'm going to go back to my pictures, and this time I'm going to show you which one. Something we haven't looked at yet is the top-it. So, as we've said, we have coloured toppers and we have Colour Me Crafty toppers. So the Colour Me Crafties, if I just quickly show you, are all black and white images of the coloured toppers, most of them anyway. And there are, let me just read my list because there's so many. In Colour Me Crafty toppers, there's 52 unique digital elements. So we've got flora, fauna and garden in that section. And then in the actual coloured toppers, we've got 69 of them in there.
Right.
So there's lots.
So what's in bits and bobs?
Oh, in bits and bobs, we can have a look at bits and bobs. So in bits and bobs, I've done toppers made up of my bits and bobs section. So that's all like the ephemera, it's all the vintage. In fact, let's just bring one in and have a look, shall we?
Okay.
So this is you can see, so this is kind of a collage effect really, so that's why it's a bits and bobs, it's all a collage you feel. But you can do these, you see these are there ready for you to use straight away, nice and easy, but with digital crafting this is what you can do, because that's all I've done is I've just put it together in a digital program. Okay, let's go back to there and we're going to pick up the flora. So there's loads and loads of florals here, lots of poppies, and I know when I was putting this together, people like, because you don't normally associate poppies with Monet, but actually he painted huge poppy fields. And they're fabulous paintings, and I just thought it was such a lovely, something different as well, other than the purples and pinks.
The more you see, the more you want it. We're getting very busy on the phones now. Remember, there are literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of elements that you can now, with the Go Digi CD-ROM, you can actually change the size, you can change the colour, you can change the width of them, the height of them, all that sort of thing. You can. If you've got current software that you've been using for years and years and years, this will work with that as well. You can draw all those images into that software, or it is independently workable as well, or you need like a Word document or something.
Just a Word document, just anything that you can access images on, photographs, you know, things like, just think of it as photographs. That's all you've got to do, is these images are photographs, because they're just file images, very common ones. And so if you can pick them up and put them into a programme or put them onto a Word document, then you can get to this kit. I'm just bringing on some of the extra floras that we've not actually got to look at yet. So you can see what I mean about it can be any size you want it to be. It can be flipped round, it can be whatever. And there's the lovely poppies as well. So with this, I'm just going to build it up a little bit further. So even though we're digital, we're going to make this look like it's decoupaged. So that, you can't see it at the moment, but when I drop this shadow in behind it, we can now see it's jumping off. So now suddenly it's looking like I'm building this up with glue gel and everything.
Yeah, it looks like you've got foam pads behind it.
Exactly.
Like
so we're going to go copy here and we're going to paste, because I like the size of that one. So we can do another one. So don't be going in and out every time you want one. Just use your image that's there if you want to repeat.
And the thing is, you can just sit and play on your PC because it's virtual crafting on your screen. You're not using any physical paper as such.
Absolutely.
When you get it the way you want it, print it off, that's when you commit and use the paper or the card.
So we've done embellish it flora, here's embellish it fauna. So these are some vintage images here that I've scanned from book pages. We've got the vintage birds here, which are from a wildlife book that I've got, and then some hand-painted images as well. So we're going to have a hand-painted dragonfly here. Click OK. And let's drop him a shadow, but let's make him have a big shadow because I want him to be flying on the wisteria. So we'll bring that there and we'll bring the distance right out to there. And let's just untick global, otherwise everything will have the same shadow. So we've got a nice big shadow on him there. We're going to turn him that way and just shrink him down till he's the right size. And then again we copy and we paste, and I want another one as well. So let's have 3 of him. So we'll have him there and we'll have this one over this side here. And then we bring the, I don't want to bring the background on actually. Am I all right to keep going? Can I put a say it on?
Okay, yeah.
So another section that we haven't looked at yet is the Go Digi Say It. So we've got things like Monet quotes here. So if I, this is one of my favourite ones, which I absolutely love. I would like to paint as the bird sings.
Oh, wow.
And this is, so the signature down here, Claude Monet, is actually from one of the alphas that's in the kit, and I've kind of done my version of Claude Monet's handwriting, so it actually does look like his handwriting. But what I'm going to do is go to the dragonfly section, and we're going to have dance like the dragonflies, and we're going to just say OK, and bring that in here. And then if we just drop back into bits and bobs, we can put a tag, so embellish it, bits and bobs, and that's where you're going to find literally your bits and bobs, so your gems, your jewellery, your bits of material, your keys.
And think of all those accessories and those embellishments that you've got there that you can use. If you were to buy all of those, the chances are it wouldn't be the right colour or it wouldn't be the right size. You can make it the right colour, you can make it the right size when you're doing digital crafting like this. And this is only the first CD we're looking at, the Go Digi, OK? So if you want to go for the one-day special, which gives you the Go Digi, Print It and Craft, and also the Inspiration Station, we're going to look at those other two before the end of the hour as well. But this is just the Go Digi stamp or CD-ROM at the moment, OK? £19.98 is the price for all three. Three for the price of two. 864085 is your item number. Brand new from Michelle. They only launched last night here at Hochanda at 6 o'clock, and 45% of the entire stock had gone just through the shows last night, OK? Now, what we're going to do is just to have a little break for a second or two, just to find out more about how Michelle's got the inspiration for these CDs. Then we'll be back and reminding you more about what's actually in the one-day special.
Hi, I'm Michelle Jackson-Mogford from MGM Design Studios. I thought it'd be fun to share a little insight into my DigiKit creating. First comes the inspiration. I've chosen artists that inspire me, not to emulate their work, but to use elements, colours, ideas, and the lives that influence them to create a cohesive, craftable kit. I research their work and create mood boards that I put around my studio to immerse myself in the collection. I usually start a collection with the beginnings of the paper boutique and create a host of backgrounds. This generally frees up my mind and gives me a direction, helping me find the colour palette and style for each kit. Then I set to work drawing and painting some of the embellishments, especially the florals. I like to use different mediums for different artists to further create a mood for the collection. Sometimes it might be bold acrylic paint, and other times it might be watercolour paint and pencils. Not all the embellishments are drawn and painted, some are handmade. For instance, they might be moulded from clay, cut from felt, or created with cardstock and paint. This then takes me to my photo booth, where I photograph what I've made alongside some of the treasures I've collected over the years to create my photoreal embellishments. Then it all gets taken to the computer. Backgrounds and paintings are scanned, photos are downloaded, and I set to converting my work into digital elements for you all to enjoy.
Isn't it amazing to see what goes on behind the scenes, all the work that goes into putting just one element onto that CD-ROM, and you're getting literally hundreds, if not thousands, of elements for you to play with. Three for the price of two. There's over 1,500 images or elements that you can print off again and again, including those projects that you're going to get, of course, on one of the CDs as well. They're £9.99 each. They are available individually as well, but most of you, if not all of you, are going to go for, I'm sure, the 3 for 2 offer. £19.98. Now, half the stock of the one-day special has gone. We're busy this morning, as we knew we would be. £29.97 down to £19.98, only, though, for 1 day. And look at the wonderful samples that we've got here. Not just for card making, we've got embroidery there, so you can print off onto fabric and then embroider over the top if you wish to. We've got cards, we've got amazing interior design goblets and jars and that sort of thing with printed rice paper. You can print onto acetate, you can print onto fabric, you can use them on your digital projects on your PC, you can use them on your websites, you can use them to sell as cards at your local fairs. There's no restriction. Michelle wants you to enjoy her inspiration, enjoy her artwork, and you can sell it wherever you wish and do with it whatever you choose. And it is compatible with all PCs, Mac as well, not a problem. And if you've got other digital software out there on the market that maybe you've ordered before from somewhere else, these images will work with that as well. But remember, with the Go Digi, the one that we've just been demonstrating for the last 20 odd minutes, all you need really is just a Word document on your PC. It will work with that as well as other digital CD-ROMs that are out there on the market. Any software like that will work with this no problem. They're incredibly easy to use. It's unique artwork, remember, and you've got also digistamps, which means that you then create your own artwork from the digistamps too. 1998, all of this has come from these CD-ROMs today that launched last night. 864085 is your item number if you'd like to go for the brand new set, and it's only going to get bigger, and there are going to be more in the range going forward. But really, everyone's welcomed these with open arms. You've loved them since the launch last night. 864085, it is the one-day special. Now, also, if you do want to buy them individually, let's give you details of them individually. So the Go Digi, which we were focusing on a few minutes ago, that's $9.99, 140358, if you want that one on its own. We have also got the Print It and Craft. Now, that's the one that's actually got 641 sheets, which basically just print off as many of them as you wish. And, of course, once you've printed something off, it still stays on the CD-ROM, so you can print off multiples if you want to. £9.99 for Print It and Craft. And then the other one, which is the Inspiration Station, which has actually got 25 projects and all you need to create them. That's $9.99 as well, 910502. And we'll get to those last two CDs between now and 10. OK, we'll come on to Print It and Craft in just a second. Now, we have got also, we mentioned this earlier on, how you can print on so many different things these days. We've actually got these brilliant packs put together by Crafters Companion of printable essentials. So you've got here 8 sheets of printable inkjet acetate, which we did, of course, with the dragonflies, which Michelle's holding up there. So you can put your butterflies and yeah, fab, aren't they? Then you've got your printable decoupage paper, 15 sheets of that, 150 GSM. You've got printable vellum paper, 15 sheets of printable vellum. You've got 50 sheets of satin finish printer paper, easy for me to say, 20 sheets of parchment, and 25 sheets of printable light card, 160 GSM. All of that, only $18.99. It's on the special introductory price, £5 off. Now, nearly 40% of the stock of those printable essentials has gone, 757564. It's a fantastic companion to go with your CDs.
Absolutely. And I just want to say to you that all the samples that you've seen are printed on these papers, plus Nina cardstock, plus Crafters Companion watercolour cardstock, and it's all fantastic. And paper bags. Yep. How cool are they?
Yeah, they're cool.
And like Johnny said at Crafters when we were filming, you know, these would be great if you've got a little business or something. You can just put bulbs in there or packs of seeds or give them as gifts. It's just lovely, isn't it? It's a nice little idea.
We all love our gardens, don't we?
There's our Ram, she's very clever, yeah, very clever.
Plenty of artwork to do with gardens and so on.
These are printed on the satin finish paper. So you can see the quality of the print. I mean, it's absolutely beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. Yeah. I just want to kind of show you the quality of print, because it's a big bugbear of mine, printing, obviously, in the industry, the job that I do. And it's a big question that I get asked a lot, so I recommend this highly. Also, Nick's done with the vellum. He's done that parchment there.
Oh, wow.
How cool is that?
Oh, wow, look at that. So you can print off, so that was basically
so I think he's used a digistamp and... Yes.
Embossed it?
And then embossed it.
And coloured it?
Yeah.
So printable parchment is in that bundle as well for £18.99. OK, now we've focused on the Go Digi, so let's move on to our next one, which is Print It and Craft. And that's basically what you see is what you print.
Yeah,
it's as easy as that.
It's exactly what it says on the tin. So instead of doing design sheets, I've done these craftable sheets, if you like. So I've taken my unique digital elements. So you've just seen me use the Wisteria then digitally, but what I've done is I've given it to you in several different sizes, and I've also flipped the image the other way around. So if you want the leaf on the other side, so you saw me copy, paste and flip, but I've done it for you here. So this is if you don't want to venture down the manipulation route, you just want to print stuff off, cut it out, or you want to do something quick and easy. And so instead of doing design sheets, I've done these craftable sheets, so you're not printing off bits and pieces that you don't want. And obviously you can have loads of embellishments, but you just have a little box to one side and you put all your embellishments in there, and you know, you get your embossing powders out, you get your glazes out, you get your sparkle pens out, lends beautifully to sparkle pens, and you just start to make your own embellishments. And it's like going back to old school crafting, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
going, do you know what it reminds me of? Is Victorian scraps. I don't know if you ever did them when you were a kid, like the old, like traditional scrapbook, you know, like the sugar paper and flour and water paste, and you get your sheets of scraps and you cut them out and you make pictures with them. That's what this reminds me of.
And what I love in this day and age now, most of us are kind of computer savvy. You know, most of us either do our shopping online or do our banking online or whatever, or send and receive emails. If you can do any of that, you can use these CDs. They are not complicated. Don't let that word digital make you think, oh, technical, can't do that. No. It's so, because you're not technically minded.
No, I'm not at all. I know what I need to know to do what I want to do on a computer. Yeah. And the only things I do on a computer is internet shop, social media, and make pictures. So here's Digistamp. So in the Digistamp section, I've given you 2 different sizes, and I've worked between the size of a 12 by 12 and a 4 by 6. So there should be something that fits all your project sizes. Obviously, if you've got Go Digi, these stamps can be any size you want, but I think these are 2 quite good sizes. I've given you a nice big one and then sort of a standard size stamp. Then you've just seen me look at the toppets. So you've got all the coloured toppets there already on sheets, and I've kept them in themes. So this would be garden-themed projects. This would be fauna. So you've got your vintage bees and everything.
Can we have a little look on the PC?
Yes, we can.
Okay,
yes.
So let's have a little look and see how this works as well. Now, remember, you've got an interface at the front of every CD-ROM, and if you hover your mouse over certain images, they'll wiggle, and that means that there's a chapter there for you to go into.
Absolutely. So you see that the poppy shakes, the dragonfly shakes, little bird flaps his wings, the bird sings here, and the butterfly goes, and so I can't remember what the butterfly does. Stamp it's on the butterfly.
Right.
So
if
we
just... black and white images,
the black and white images. So what's on the... So we've got the toppers here. So you tell me which one you'd like to go into, and we'll go into one.
What about the poppy?
The poppy
Always
is
popular.
The papers.
Right.
So if we, in the paper boutique, we've got the square cores in, like you've just seen, and the square patterned, and the square colour me crafty. These will print off on an A4 sheet, so they'll be 8 by 8. I've also given you A4 of everything, so I've already selected the best areas of the papers for you to craft with. So let's look at A4 patterned. So when you click on A4 patterned, it will open it up. My computer's just having a think now. So the paper boutique, there's 487 sheets in the paper boutique. Wow. And you're going to get them all here. So if we just pick, let's pick this one here, double click it, and it'll open up your PDF reader. And if you don't have one, there's a link on the CD to go and to get a PDF reader, but most people have got them now. And there's an A4 paper with your water lilies on.
That's your artwork?
That's my artwork, so they're my water lilies that I've painted, and then I've put them together to make a paper. So if we'll close that one down, and then maybe should we just pick another one very quickly?
Yep, go on then.
I know that down the bottom, I think, of the list, I've got some... let's have a think, let's see. It's like magic, isn't it? See what's going to pop up. OK, so that's one of my wooden fence. So this is a cardboard wooden fence that I've then digitally put the paper, it's one of the bits and bobs embellishments, book sheets, over the top of it, so you can see how digital crafting starts to work, can't you?
When you get these CDs home, you'll just spend probably a good few hours going through all the different elements, familiarising yourself with what's on each one. And they are CDs that you'll reach for and use again and again and again. And I love the fact there's no angel policy with it. Basically, Michelle's happy for you to use the images in whichever way you wish, either online, on your website, or as cards to sell. Absolutely not a problem.
Absolutely.
Just enjoy it.
So we're into so let's have a look at the postcard and receipt. So this is the bits and bobs section of Embellish It. Oh, I know what we can do. We can have a look at some of the say-its on here, because the say-its are done slightly differently.
I love all these.
So you get them bits to print out and craft with.
Trying to decipher what people have ordered or what people are saying and where it's being sent to, what part of the world.
Postcards are great, aren't they? And you find some fantastic stories on the back of them. You know, things that they say. There's one that I've got. His dear mother, the weather's fine here, and he's using. You can imagine him speaking in a terribly. Yes, terribly. So if we, what did I say we'd look at? Oh, I said we'd look at say-it. So, in the say-it section, we have say-it in the frame, we have say-it with the title and say-it your way. So say-it in the frame, I've already put a frame around the quote or the words or whatever it is. So when you print these off, you can then colour the frame with your inks, with your pens, with your pencils, whatever it is, and cut it out. Say It Your Way is done without the frame, so you can use your die cuts, and then Say It with a title is slightly bigger for your bigger projects. So these are the Monet quotes that'll be popping up any second now. So there's the Monet quotes that I've got there.
Nature, the source of my inspiration.
In love with nature.
Yeah.
My garden is my most beautiful masterpiece. I love this one. I must have flowers always and always. And that alphabet there, which you see with the little flowers on, in fact, let's open up the alpha section, shall we? So in the alphas, in the ABCs, you have 5 unique alphabets that are all designed by me. So we'll go to the wooden floral and open that up, and so this is a unique alphabet. You won't find this anywhere else. Okay. And I've done the alphabet sheets like you would buy. Oh wow! Like you would buy an alphabet sheet in a craft pack. So there's several letters there's several ones of each letter, so that you only have to print it off once, and then you'll just keep it in your little box. So remember, use them machines that scan things out and cut them or whatever if you've got them.
Well, this CD that we're looking at the moment, remember, is the one in the middle. It's the Print It and Craft, also available separately at £9.99. But remember, the one-day special is all 3 brand new CDs from Michelle for just